All right. Wasn't sure if this was going to work right off the bat. I had to, because I streamed yesterday, I had to save the, what do you call it? The stream key. And I wasn't sure if the same stream key was going to work because I am not a particularly good streamer. So I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but it looks like it is working. So I'm here a little bit early. So I'm just going to hang out. I'm just going to sit here for a couple of minutes while we see if people come in and join me. I wasn't anticipating going live this early. I actually thought that I was going to have some technical issues. So, Chris, if you're watching this, this will not be part of the recording. In fact, I'll probably try to edit it out before I send it to you because you have a tendency to post my videos with me stumbling around with the stream, trying to make it work. So we're not gonna do that this time. In fact, let's see. No, I don't need to start recording. I can pull it off afterwards. All right. Let's see. What do I want to do? I'm gonna self-promote myself. You were here. You were checking something else. Yeah, you always post. You always post the video that I send you in its entirety. So you always get like that first 90 seconds where I'm just stumbling around trying to make it work. So want to avoid that if we can. Actually, no. This has actually been a better start than what we've gotten off to over the last couple of years. Honestly, it's been this has been a challenge so far with the Diamondbacks. It's been tough, but I think we have. That's the personable part. Watching me stumble around like a moron is the personable part. If you say so. If you say so. Yeah, it's been a difficult start for us. This has not been an easy challenge. With the small market size and pathetic fan loyalty, it's hard to really get people coming to the ballpark. I'm hopeful now. It looks like we got a little bit of money coming up, so I'm hopeful now that we will be able to, keep our own players as well as potentially add players if we play reasonably well. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, what Chris said. I am now 49 subs away from 1,000. So, in fact, here. For those of you that are watching this video after the fact, there's my YouTube channel. You can go ahead and follow me there. That would be awesome. I'm 49 subs away now, Chris. I actually had somebody sub not too long ago. So yeah, I'm trying to get to that 1,000 mark. Obviously, it's a big number for a nobody like me. So yeah. So let's I guess we can get started. I don't really know. Again, I wasn't planning on going live until 6. I was expecting there to be technical issues, but there weren't, so here I am. So we'll just get going. So we went 15-16 in April. Yeah, I mean, again, offensively, we're not great. We're not pitching the ball great. We're not catching the ball great, but somehow we are 15-16. Really only getting power from two people. Vukovic and Huckstorf have 13 of our combined 25 home runs on the month. A couple of minor injuries. Jordan Lawler was out for a week and a half or something like that. I mean, he wasn't particularly good when he was playing, but we get him back shortly. Whit Merrifield, who we signed in the offseason, is down for a couple of weeks. We get him back shortly. But yeah, offensively, we've gotten off to a slow start. Alek Thomas hitting under 200. Garibay, we called up. He's not really hitting for any power. I don't really think he's ready yet. I don't really want him in the major leagues as of right now. So once we get Lawler and Merrifield back, he probably goes right back down. Pitching wise, Logan Webb has gotten off to a really hot start, 2-0 with a 2.67 ERA, 150 ERA plus through the first handful of weeks. Carlos Rodon, we signed him to a 1-year, $11 million contract. He got hurt almost right away because, of course, he did, because that's what Carlos Rodon does in this game. But he's given us 4 starts of pretty good baseball. 5 innings, 5 1/3, 5 1/3, 1 run, 2 runs, 2 runs. So he's been okay. Andrew Taylor, excuse me, we called him up this year. Actually put him in the starting rotation because we had somebody who's starting. It's been like almost a week since I've played, so I don't even remember who was. Oh, Chris Rodriguez. Right, we traded for Chris Rodriguez in the offseason, expecting him with that extreme ground ball and that movement to be really good, a really good starter for us. And yeah, not so much. 0-4 with an 11.69 ERA in the month of April. He'll likely end up back in the rotation at some point, but it's been a challenging start, to say the least. Kumar Rocker's probably been our most consistent starter behind Logan Webb. He's been pretty good, 3-2, 4.35. Walking too many, but, if he gives up less than a hit an inning, or what's that, 1 hit, 2 hits every 3 innings, I would be okay with that, I guess. And then Ramsey David has taken a step backwards from his rookie campaign a year ago. He hasn't been particularly good. So yeah, pitching hasn't been great. Offense hasn't been great. Fielding hasn't been great, but somehow we sit 15-16 a game and a half out of first place. And hopefully we get a bit of a break from the NL West. And we get a little bit. We get the Padres 3 games here at the beginning of the month, and then the Padres and the Dodgers at the end of the month. But it is just a grinder playing this division year after year after year. The Dodgers, the Padres are both always really, really good. The Rockies have been better than expected this year, and the Giants have been terrible. So yeah, it hasn't been a great start, but we are going to start simming, and we're going to see what we can do. See if we can see. We do have fans are coming out. We're drawing about 32,000 a game right now. Hopefully, if we keep winning, we can continue to draw that many fans, and we can continue to make a little money, and then hopefully we get some money in the coffers for future seasons. So we will see how it goes. Anything else that we need to look at? Our trainer is kind of meh. Should probably see if there's a better trainer out there. Let's see. Not really. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. Yeah, at least the guy that we have has everything in yellow. So everything's at least average. So not great, but it is what it is. Financially, from a salary perspective, the big name that is a free agent next year is Logan Webb. He is interested in talking to us, and the contract he wants is actually pretty reasonable. $17.6 million a year for the first 3 years, and then $16.6 after that. I wonder if he would just take a flat $15 million for all of them. He would. That would take him to his age 33 season. If he pitches well for 3 years at $15 million, if he pitches well for 3 years at $15 million, he'll likely opt out, but then he'll be 31, and that'll be fine. I'm actually okay with that. So we're going to start off with an early episode signing. 5 years, $75 million for Logan Webb. That will limit what we have for extensions going forward, but hopefully, do the fans like Logan Webb? Is he considered popular? Fair. I was hoping that the fans would like him a little bit more than that, but no such luck. All right, let's start simming. We got 3 games here against Detroit. Kyle Huckstorf has been suspended for 3 games. We win first game of the month, 8-3. Garibay with a 3-run homer. Kyle Greer comes in, hits a home run. So we had 3 home runs, Lujan, Garibay, and Greer. Now, we have sort of a glut in our, as Webb picks up the win, we have a glut in our outfield. We got 6 outfielders on the roster right now. Thomas, Greer, Huckstuff, Pinango, Garibay, and Lujan. And we're going to have to do something about that. This is not going to be able to last. we'll send Garibay down once Lawler is healthy. He's got to be on the injured list for another 4 days. So, right, yeah, he's got 4 days left on the injured list. So we'll send Garibay down when Lawler is back. I mean, do we though? 127 OPS plus. The issue is that what do we do when he comes back if we keep him up? Greer is the most likely trade candidate, given that that he's the one who he's ARB eligible in the offseason, so he will get a bump in pay. But he's also the best defensive outfielder we have. He's the best defensive center fielder that we have. Alek Thomas is fine out and left. He would be slightly below average in center, and with that arm, he can't really play right. Lujan is the exact opposite. He's got the arm for right field. Again, they're both average in center. And then Penango is really neither. I mean, he's the backup, right? He's the backup outfielder or designated hitter, which is where we have him right now. Huckstorf is the worst fielder of the bunch, but has also provided some pop. He's hit 23 home runs in 87 games for us. So you extrapolate that out over 162. If you extrapolate that out over 162, that's 45 home runs. You wouldn't trade Greer minimum contract. Yeah, right. And that's kind of the issue I'm running into. So each one of these guys does something really well, right? Like Alek Thomas is the best all-around outfielder we have, so he's not going anywhere. Kyle Greer is happy as a bench player. He's the best defensive player we have. Penango is probably the best on-base guy we have, and he's only 22. Garibay is probably the best bat long-term, top to bottom with, all five tools. And Lujan is Lujan. So it's hard because they all bring something to the table, but I can't have 6 outfielders on my roster. I can get away with it for right now because of injuries, but in 4 days, we're going to have to do something about it. Somebody's going to have to go down. Or someone's going to have to get traded. I mean, Penango feels maybe like the one to move, given that he's a lefty. We don't need another lefty in the lineup. But, man, that is a leadoff hitter profile right there. I mean, he can hit. So we're going to have a decision to make. I mean, maybe Huckstorf, but I would suspect that Huckstorf probably also has the least amount of value. So we'll just take a look and see. Anyway, Jaron, how you doing tonight, man? How are you doing this evening? What happened? This thing just timed out on me? Hang on a minute. I'm going to reset this. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. Now I got to go through a 30-second commercial, of course. All right, so let's sim game number 2. See what we get here. See if we can keep winning. We're back to 500. We do. We win 3-1, so we are over 500. Huckstorf is a dime. Yeah, right. But my fear is that because he's a dime a dozen player, that he's not going to have any value. So trading him for peanuts just to trade him seems unnecessary. But yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, that's kind of the way my mind was thinking. It's a really good start for Andrew Taylor, which is nice because we need some. I mean, our pitching staff is really our weak spot. I think we have enough offense to compete, but our pitching staff is really struggling. It's a good start from Taylor. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking Garibay back to the minors and try to trade Huckstorf. That's kind of the way my mind is going. But we still have a couple days before we have to deal with the Jordan Lawler issue. So we'll just sim ahead a couple of days until we get there. We sweep Detroit. We do. Very nice. Sweep Detroit, and we are 2 games over 500. 5 runs in the first 2 innings. Lujan. Is he another home run? Yep. Lujan homers. Tommy La Stella with his first home run of the season. He's hitting .280 for us this year. That was a under-the-radar trade pickup for us. We traded Chris Bubich and got out from the $5.5 million. He's been terrible for Texas this year. We pick up Tommy La Stella, 36-year-old, hitting really well so far. I don't expect the 109 OPS plus to last, but for now, it is working. Another good start. Carlos Rodon, 1 hit in 6 innings, picks up his first victory as a member of the Diamondbacks. We got the Padres coming to town now. Jose Abreu with 3 home runs for the Brewers. Corbin Carroll. Yeah, Corbin Carroll. Led the National League in hitting a year ago, because of course he did. But it was a trade. We were trading from a position of depth, and we picked ourselves up a third baseman in the meantime. So that was the O'Neill Cruz deal, if I remember correctly. I know there's an easier way to do this, but I'm just set in my ways. So Corbin Carroll, Bobby I, who is in AAA, Kyle Backus, who is in Melbourne, and we got O'Neill Cruz, Tony Blanco, and Lonnie White. Lonnie White we have since traded to the Houston organization, and Tony Blanco is now 19 years old. Still in rookie ball. He's actually Rule 5 eligible this year. And then we picked up O'Neill Cruz. You're playing a 2022 Diamondback. You trade away Marte, Mad Bum, and Abed for Berrios. You claimed Gavin Sheets, and he's killing it as UDH. I mean, we had... I think you were here when we were trying to trade Mad Bum. It was just impossible. We just couldn't find anybody who was interested. He's finally off the books now, but I think we ended up I can't even remember. Let's look. We ended up getting something halfway decent for him, if I remember correctly, from the White Sox. No, we ended up trading him to the Yankees. That's right. We ended up trading him to the Yankees. We had to give up some stuff to do it, but we got him off the books. That's all that matters. Yeah, that was about the golden number for us, too, I think. I want to say we had something set up with the White Sox, and then the game did that thing where it said, you have a deal, and then you don't have a deal. So we went back, and we ended up talking to the Yankees, and I think 45% was that magic number for us as well. All right, so we got Lawler back tomorrow, and then we're going to have to make our decision about our outfield. So let's see what happens. Game number 1 here against the Padres. Division rival. Big game, early May. 15-8. I will take it. So Penango goes 4 for 6. O'Neill Cruz, the man we were just talking about, has 4 hits. Trevino, 3 hits, 4 RBIs. Look at Jason Guzman. 4 for 5 with 5 runs knocked in. Has 2 triples and 2 home runs. That's a game. So that's what? 4, 8, and 6. That's 14 total bases for Jason Guzman as Jordan Lawler comes back from the injured list. He does not want to give up that starting job. Rocker picks up the win. Actually pitched pretty well. The bullpen was kind of trash, but he pitched pretty well. All right. So now we have to figure out what to do with our outfield. Lawler is back. The easy decision is to send Garibay down right now. He's put up a 754 OPS, 110 OPS plus. I mean, he's only played 6 games in AAA, so I think it makes the most sense to send him down. And we're going to have to make the other decision once Merrifield is back anyway. So it's another week from now, but... So Lawler will go in at second. Penango will be our DH. And we got Lujan, Penango, Thomas. So Greer will go in center field. Same thing over here. Jordan Lawler will come in and play bat there. So we got to change the lineup around here a little bit. Penango, I think I want to go lefty-righty, lefty-righty. That's just the way I prefer it. So Penango, Lawler, Thomas. I guess that makes sense. Have Lujan batting 5th. 964 OPS. He's hitting quite well. Send Garibay down and force him to start in left field or first base so he comes back with more versatility. That's actually not a bad idea. Let's do that before we deal with the rest of the... Yeah, you're right. I had him in right field. So if we stick... What are his infield ratings? I mean, he could play first base in a pinch, I suppose. Outfield, we're stacked. We have I don't want to say stacked. We have a very good outfield. So I think maybe getting him some time at first is not a bad decision. because Vukovic seems to have leveled off here a little bit. I mean, if he hits 30 and 100 every year, I'll take it, even with a 220 batting average. But I think you might be right. I think let's I don't need to do it from there. I can do it from here. Let's force him at first, and let's see what sort of development he can get there. So we're set against righties, nope, got to do this. Set there. Nope, Guzman is going to be our backup second baseman. He can play every fifth day. He's also our backup shortstop. La Stella backs up at first and third. And then against lefties, what do we got going on? We got Thomas, Greer, Lujan, Vukovic, Huxdorf. Yeah, we're going to have to move some people around. Lawler will move up. Wait. Lawler is my second baseman. All right. So, see, this is where I want Merrifield, because Merrifield would be playing designated hitter against lefties. So, I think we give La Stella the shot, kind of the professional hitter, if you will. Oops, I took my catcher out by mistake. That's not what I wanted to do. I guess we don't need to. Yeah, Huxdorf is going to play catcher. He's going to play DH for us. Right. Okay. We are good. So Guzman can come in here. I don't really want him playing a ton against lefties. So, all right. So that's a good idea, Jaron. So we'll make Garibay play some first base down in the minors, and we will see how that works. So we've won 4 in a row to get May started here. Let's see if we can win our 5th straight. Nope, we get shut out. All right. And we lose Jordan Lawler for 3 weeks. So he comes back for 3 days and gets hurt again. Wonderful. 2 days. Comes back for 2 days and gets hurt again. We're going to leave Garibay right where he is. Let him get some time. Do we even have a middle infielder that we can bring up? We could bring back Jose Rodriguez, but he has pretty much cratered. Let's look at the waiver wire. There's nobody on the waiver wire. Okay. What about here? Do we have any popular players here? We got Colton Wong we could bring in. What is Colton? He wants $490,000. I'll give Colton Wong $490,000, especially being popular. Maybe we get a fan interest bump and we can bring him in to back up at second since Lawler can't stay healthy. All right, so we win this one 9-3. Penango 3 for 4 has that average all the way up to 317. There's Guzman just absolutely raking. I mean, this is not going to last, obviously. But you ride it as long as you can, right? 328, 368, 609, and 977 OPS, 168 OPS plus. I mean, it's obviously not going to last, but we will ride it. Vukovic homers. Webb goes to 4-0. And I want to thank those of you who are here. We got a fairly large audience here tonight, it looks like. So thanks for tuning in. My name is Aaron. I have my own YouTube channel as well, which I am not ashamed to hawk mercilessly. That is me right there. I have a Let's Play going on over there with the Oakland Athletics, which has been a real challenge. But it's been fun. So check it out if you are so inclined. All right, so we're going to have to... Oh, good, Lujan is hurt. He's out for 3 weeks. Crap, so we lose Lujan and Jordan Lawler. Okay. That's a third of our starting lineup is on the injured list right now. I want to let Garibay get some time. I don't want to pinball him up and down from the minors. So we'll give him a shot. We'll let him stay there. Brady House we picked up we picked up last season. That was part of the ill-fated Juan Soto deal. It's more of a backup corner infielder, and I don't think we have another outfielder who's ready to go. So let's go back to free agency, shall we? What do we got for outfielders? Marcelo Zuna. He's popular, but for the wrong reasons. But we're going to offer him a contract here. And we're going to sim ahead a day and see if we can get those answers. So it looks like we signed one of them. Did we? Where is he? In one of the DSL teams? Yep, he's right there. Colton Wong. All right, so Colton Wong will come up. We didn't get a fan interest bump, which is a shame. I thought we might get a fan interest bump for having Colton Wong on our team, but not to be. So against righties, we will do... We are super lefty heavy. Huckstorf in at DH. Pinango is the arm. Can't play right field with that arm, but neither can Huckstorf. All right, well, for the time being, Pinango goes in right. It's just the way it is. We will flip those two around. Our drops, I don't know. Honestly, Asheville Boomsticks, I couldn't tell you, man. I'm not a perfect team guy, so I don't even really know how the drops work, truth be told. I know that they were working for 22, and Sir Pug 22 drops are, but 23 drops are not. I'll get with Chris, who is the guy who runs the GM Games channel, and see. I don't know if that's something that he can fix, or if that's something that has to be that has to be, I don't know, approved by the Out of the Park people. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Ludlud, thanks for the follow. Drops are working for D Whitebud. Well, that's good. And again, I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out, even if it's just to get drops. That's still appreciated. Oh, man, injuries are killing us. Injuries are killing us. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. And then against lefties, it's like, which lefty do I want to stick in the lineup? Wong will have to go in, and Pinango will have to go in. It's not really what I want, but it's what I have to do right now. We'll move Greer up here. We'll do something like this, I guess, and just kind of run with that. CJ, get me sorted. All right. Etten One, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, we got playoffs starting tonight. Look, I won't be, obviously, I'll be doing this for that, but I will keep an eye on it and see how it goes. Yeah, we'll get it. I'll get it sorted out, Sir Pug. Like I said, I literally, this is Chris and the guys at GM Games gave me this platform to play the game and, expose people to, my content and, what happens on the back end is I have no control over any of it. So if it's not working, I apologize. If it is working, awesome. But if it's not working, I'll talk to, we'll see what we can get sorted out. All right, so let's move on. We've played like 6 games in like 30 minutes here. We're up to 20-17. We are 5-1 here in May, but we are starting to suffer injuries. Yeah, and you're on the sidelines, but Oakland is not easy, man. It is a hard nut to crack as we win again. I play Oakland in another online league, and it is not easy. It is not easy to run the Oakland. It's easier to run Oakland when you're playing against the AI than it is when you're playing against actual people who aren't stupid, right? And that's the problem. So it's really easy to get outbids. You have to be really smart in your trades and things like that. We do not hit a lot of home runs. Look at our lineup. It's a whole lot of ones in our lineup. Huckstorf hits his 7th. Once we get everybody healthy, assuming that we ever get everybody healthy, Huckstorf will likely get traded for some pitching, but that's at a later date. Taylor pitches well. Rodriguez continues to be awful. I don't get it. 0-4 with an 11.08 ERA. He may have to go to the minors here at some point. Do we have somebody that we can call up in his place? I mean, we have other pitchers, right? I mean, we can call Nate Pearson back up, Santa Maria, Carlos Calderon. We picked up in a trade this past offseason. I think we just let him. We'll just ride with him and see if he can work through it. Let's avoid high leverage for now and see if that changes things. All right, game 2 against the Nets. Another win. We are playing super well here in May or in the early going. Greer, 3 hits, 3 RBIs. But the bottom of that lineup, man, look at that. Huckstorf, 2 for 3. Colton Wong, 2 for 3 with an RBI. Trevino, 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Nick Allen drives in a couple. Carlos Rodon strikes out 11 in 5 2/3 innings. Can we get the sweep over the Nationals? No, we lose 4-1. And we signed Logan Webb, and it's a reasonable contract. This was a contract I offered right when we got started, so I don't know how many people were in here. But we signed him to a 5-year, $75 million contract. It's 5 years at $15 million a year. He's got an opt-out after the 3rd season. Given his ratings and where he pitches, I feel like Arizona, I think this is a pretty good deal. Having the extreme ground ball pitcher with good movement in a place that's, really bad for, or really good for offense, I guess, is a good thing. So we signed him. There were some other notes. What else did we get in here? Anything else that we need? Nope. Liam Hendricks signs a 1-year, $15 million contract with the Mets. Oh, we signed Marcelo Zuna. That was the other thing that we did. So we got to bring him up. And we get Merrifield back tomorrow, which is a good thing. When we get Merrifield back, what do we do? Do we just DFA? Again, another decision to make here. So Zuna can hit lefties, which is something that we need. So he'll go in here. Would he play left? Oh God, that's terrible defense. All right, Huckstorf will go in right. Ozuna will be the DH. Thomas will bat first. We're going to stick Ozuna right in the lineup at batting 3rd against lefties. He can still hit lefties. And then Penango can back up. So we'll see how that goes. And then tomorrow we get Merrifield back. Maybe we put him on a rehab assignment and see how Ozuna does. And if he hits, we can leave him. And if he can't, we'll DFA him. So maybe that's the plan. On the road in Cincinnati. That's our 2nd straight loss. We will send Merrifield on a rehab assignment. So we're 3-3 in our last 6. There we go. We bounce back with a 6-5 victory. We're up 6-0 and held on. We gave up 4 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. Rodriguez gives up 3 more. Yeah, I got to send him to the minors. Why did Logan Webb only pitch 4 2/3 innings? I got to look at his game hook. Yeah, we got to send Rodriguez down. He is just killing us right now. Let's do that. He's not going to like it. Crap. All right. Shoot. Okay. I mean, we will just, I guess, continue to avoid high leverage. I mean, you have to assume that the 442 BABIP isn't going to stay where he's striking out 11 per 9. His walks are up a bunch. His home runs are up a bunch. I mean, you have to assume that he's going to get better, but we just have to not pitch him, I guess. I wanted to look at Logan Webb's look at his strategy because, he's our ace. We need to be slower on the hook with our ace, I think. And did I reset? Yeah, I did. Okay, I have this set to Sabermetric. That's the word I'm looking for. Sabermetric. All right, so let's keep going. Game 3 against Cincinnati, looking to take the series. We do. We went 8-4. So we continue to play really well. We're 24-19. We were 16-17, 15-16 when the month started. Greer 3 for 5, 3 RBIs. Thomas 2 for 5, average up to 221. It's coming along slowly, but it's coming along. Huckstorf with a home run. Well, Thomas, Huckstorf, Greer homers twice, so 4 home runs. Taylor picks up the win. Oh, God. I have the stream on my computer here to my left, and something caught out of my eye. I don't have, this is like, I've got my work computer to my left that I use to pull up the stream when I'm streaming, and I don't have like ad block or anything like that on it, so an ad just popped up and it kind of threw my, it caught my attention and threw my focus. All right, so we got 4 games against Atlanta. How is Ozuna doing? He's 2 for 5, has a home run and 2 RBIs. So far, so good for Marcell Ozuna in his 1 game. Andy Yerzy, that average is a little light. Yeah, Vukovic is not hitting. So I wonder how is Garibay doing? How's he done here early as a first baseman? Up to a potential 45. Okay. He's not really hitting. 9 for 44, but 16 walks against only 7 strikeouts. All right, there we go. It's back on the computer, though. All right, so we got 4 in Atlanta against the Braves. Let's see how this goes. I'd like to take 2 out of 4, maybe, if we could. We lose the first one 11-8. So we've now lost 4 out of 6, and these 2 games against Atlanta have been bad. Have been real bad. Hopefully we can stem that tide right here. Nope. Lost 3 in a row, so we are 2-5 in our last 7. Come on, let's win at least 1. Win at least 1. Nope, we get swept by the Braves. That is not encouraging. 3 games out of first place. 1 game out of a wild card. Pitching staff has been bad. Offense has been meh-ish. The players we brought in, Colton Wong's hitting .324. Ozuna is 6 for 11 with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. So the players we brought in are hitting. They're working for you. Chris, are they working? Are they out of the park 22 drops, or are they 23? I mean, I don't even know how it works. So, like, I could be asking you this and, you know, the answer could be obvious, but I don't know how it works. So, we need to do something about our pitching staff. I mean, our top 4 starters have been fine. Webb, Rodon, Taylor, and Rocker have been fine. Ramsey David's been bad. Chris Rodriguez were the 2 starters that were terrible. We're without, 22% of our starting lineup. Flipped an email about 23 to be sure. All right, well, cool. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. We get Lujan back in a week or 2. We get Lawler back in a week. Huckstorf leads us in home runs. He now has 27 home runs in about 100 games for us, putting up an OPS of almost 840. Could we? Yeah, he can't. I was going to say maybe we make him our first baseman and we flip Vukovic, but pitching is what we need. Yuck. Bunch of average relievers. I'm good, thank you. What about Huckstorf? You're just the IT support. Don't sell yourself short. You are the brains behind the operation. I'm the brainless talent. You're the mind behind the operation, Chris. That's how this works. Framber Valdez signed to a long-term deal. Freddie Fernandez, nope. Davy Garcia claimed on waivers. He's a captain. Hasn't pitched particularly well. An extreme fly ball pitcher in Arizona. It's not a recipe for success. I mean, Oakland has some interest in him, but so do the Cardinals. I mean, these guys aren't really prospects, so to speak. I mean, they're all in their mid-20s, but I mean, an extreme ground ball pitcher would be nice. Dre Jameson, 87 ERA plus in AAA a year ago. Pretty durable, though. 180 innings, 175 strikeouts. Smooth voice and tone, yeah. I've been told that my voice is, well, I feel, I should say, put it this way, I feel like I've got an incredibly nasally voice. That's sort of the way that the way that I hear myself. Zach Thompson, fly ball pitcher, captain, pitching really, really well in Memphis this year, was league average a year ago. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, could we get Thompson and Jameson? I mean, is getting two average pitchers worth it? You know what I mean? Because that's really what we're looking at here. Yeah, I mean, they'll take that. FKN Kamish LB. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, we got a big audience here tonight, Chris. This is more people than I've ever tuned in. That's pretty cool. Thanks for joining us here tonight, guys. My name is Aaron, and this is year number 4 of our Arizona Diamondbacks playthrough. It's been a challenge so far. It has definitely been a challenge. Last offseason, last trade deadline, we made a run at Juan Soto. And we picked up Juan Soto, but we were not able to re-sign said Juan Soto. So that was a bummer. But we will persevere, as they say. Number 49 prospect. I mean, this deal, I guess, is fine. You know, I mean, our scout likes him more than theirs does. Average reliever. Zach Thompson's a little bit better. He's got the better stuff. He's got 2+ pitches, a slider that's slightly above average, an average changeup, decent enough stamina. He's a captain. Stealth, thank you for the follow. Wolfie, thank you for the follow. CF97AB, I don't know right now. Unfortunately, even though I'm streaming, I'm not the guy that you need to ask that question to. I know I've had some people say that they're working for 23. But I don't know. I don't know yet, to be completely honest with you. What can we? Yeah, those are all people I don't want to give up. We need pitching. I mean, that's really the single biggest issue here is we need pitching. We have enough offense, I think, to survive, but we don't. Our pitching staff is just terrible. Should be 23 for affiliates. FKN, we were 22 affiliates. So I mean, I don't know if it automatically switches over. So if it automatically switches over, I would imagine then it should be 23. But I don't know for sure. I don't know. I don't know anything about it because unfortunately I've never been a huge perfect team guy. I played perfect team, I think the first season, maybe the first or maybe the second season. I don't really remember, but it was never really for me. The whole pay to win thing just didn't do it for me. So I'm going to hold off. I'm not crazy about those deals right now. So we will just sort of sim forward and, talk about it a little bit later. All right, so we got the Phillies at home. We've lost 4 in a row. All right, so we win 8-3, and we get a trade offer from the Yankees. They want to send us Dairo Perez, who's a nothing third baseman, and Pascanal Ferreras, 23-year-old in rookie ball, in exchange for Drew Ellis and Liam Norris. Well, I mean, I don't really care about any of the 4 players in that deal, so I'm just going to hold off. Contacted OPS at Out of the Park to check. Though if others have got 23 already, please feel free to share. We're good. Thank you for the follow, Good King. But yeah, again, thank you guys for tuning in here tonight. Even if you are just here for the drops, it's cool to have a large number of people. Lots of follows. Good King GG, B Bomber 0471, Coach J.A. Moore. Guys, thank you for the follow. And once again, that is my YouTube channel. So Chris over at GM Games has given me the ability to kind of show my stuff off to people. I've been doing this now for him for a couple of years. It's been a pretty cool relationship to work with Chris over at GM Games. Yeah, as Chris says, please get. Last I checked, I was at 951 subs. I would love to get myself to 1,000. I've got an Oakland A's playthrough going on over there right now, and I've been got a bunch of Out of the Park 22. I've got a bunch of Franchise Hockey Manager. I've got some Draft Day Sports. I've got, it's all sports simulation stuff. Sir Pug had the 22 drops, but not the 23 ones drop. Well, Chris is on top of things, and I'm sure he will sort it out. So we win this game 8-3. Huckstorf 2 hits 4 RBIs. I guess he didn't like the idea of being traded, so he drives in 4. Taylor. Oh, look at Rodriguez. There we go. An inning and 2/3, a perfect ball, striking out 3. That's what I like to see. And we snap our 4-game losing streak as we beat the Phillies 8-3. Check game 2. A 6-4 win in 10. Very nice. All right, cool. So back-to-back wins. Kyle Huckstorf again hits 2 home runs. So he's hit 3 home runs and driven in 9 in the last 2 games. It's very Trevor Story-esque. Trevor Story, of course, I think he had 13 RBIs in the 3-game series against Seattle this weekend. He was a beast. So Huckstorf is just raking at the moment. So he's probably not the guy to trade right now. Rodon goes 4 1/3. Kimbrel's pitching pretty well, even though he's only his 2-star pitcher, and his stuff is down to a 55. Giles blows the save. Holloway, who we picked up in a trade with Miami, as a salary dump, I believe, but he's pitching really well for us. And we look for the sweep of the Phillies here on the 21st of May in 2025. 4-0 win. Yeah, CF97, we're trying to sort that out right now. Chris has got an email off to the Out of the Park guys. We were 22 affiliates. Don't know if that kind of carried over, but they are working on it. I promise you, they are working on it. Penango 2 hits. Rocker goes 7 shutout. Another good outing for Rodriguez out of the pen, so hopefully he started to turn things around here a little bit. Colton Wong is just raking since we picked him up. A 992 OPS, 106 OPS plus in 13 games. He has been fantastic. I believe, though, we get Lawler back in 3 days. So we're going to have to figure out what to do at that point. We get Lujan back in a week. So we're going to have some decisions to make here shortly. And I think, Vukovic's ratings just spiked. His home run power just spiked. It's up to a 70 now. But he's probably the one that goes to the minor leagues, assuming Ozuna. Yeah, Ozuna's 8 for 15 in 5 games for us. So he is playing well. He's playing really well. So the 2 guys we signed in free agency are hitting the ball right on the screws. All right, so we got 4 games against the Mets. We lose 10-4. How's Merrifield doing on his rehab assignment? He's hitting just fine. We're going to have to get him back up here at some point. Hyperextended ankle for Wong. I think that's probably the best opportunity. We can just keep juggling these guys around the lineup a bit. How's Witts? He can still play second base enough. So Merrifield will be our starting second baseman. 70 contact against lefties, so we will move him up to the number 2 spot. We're 27-24. We're playing Lawler is out for another 5 days. He cannot stay healthy, man. This has just been a difficult season, and this is third injury already of this season. All right, another game against the Mets. So we lost 4 in a row, then won 3. Then we lost 4 in a row. Now we've won 4 out of 5. Vukovic 3 for 4. Merrifield has 2 hits in his first game back. Webb improves to 5-0 on the season. That contract looking good here in the early going. Game 3 against New York. It's thinking about it. Back-to-back shutouts over New York and winners of 5 out of 6. Thomas at .225. Merrifield 3 hits. Alec hits his 3rd home run of the season. He's not hit well. Yeah, sorry, I was just checking. Got an email. I've been waiting on a callback on a play-by-play gig, and I think I just got the email, but I will deal with it afterwards. Yeah, not hitting well. I mean, back-to-back 300 seasons, back-to-back OPS pluses of 133, 134. May's been a little better. No, actually, May's been kind of right on his career average in terms of OPS plus, but April was just terrible. So hopefully he continues to hit like this the rest of the year. Merton Esper, in your current season, you lost your number 2 starting pitcher and one of your more solid bullpen pitchers for the year. Yeah, that's out of the park baseball for you, man. It can be brutal. It can be absolutely brutal. So you just hopefully you have enough depth in your minor leagues to withstand it. That's all you can really do. All right, so we take 3 out of. So this is a streaky team. I mean, we were 4-5. We won 7 of our first 8. Then we lost 6 of 8, and now we've won 6 of 7. Alec Thomas with a home run on back-to-back days. Ozuna, it's average all the way down to 400. Cruz, 2 hits. La Stella has a couple of hits. Rodon proves to 3-3. Yeah, that's all you can do, man, is just hope that you have enough depth to withstand. And we've been dealing with injuries this season. It's been to our offense so far. It hasn't really been to our pitching staff. But we were down a third of our starting lineup for a while. We get Lawler back tomorrow, which is huge. And then we get Lujan back in 2 days. So I mean, do we try? I mean, Nick Allen has been below average at shortstop. So maybe we try Lawler at short. I mean, his range isn't great, but maybe we try Lawler at short. Leave Merrifield and Wong to split time at second, and we send Allen to the minors. I mean, that's what we do. All right, so we're on the road now for 7 games, San Diego and LA. So this is a big 7-game series for us. Let's see how this goes. We lose 5-4 in game 1. Nick Allen suffers a concussion, so he's going to make this easy on us. All right, so we'll just put Allen on the D. I know he's only out for 4 days, but this allows me to fiddle around with the lineup without really pissing anybody off. So we'll move Lawler in at short. We will switch him and Greer. We will bat him second against righties. Merrifield can stay where he is. Yeah, so we'll go Thomas. I think maybe we do Merrifield, Thomas. I mean, Lawler's a good hitter against lefties. Yeah, he's much better against lefties, but I think I'm okay with that. Right field, Penango? I guess. No, he's my starting right fielder. He can't back himself up. Greer. We'll back him up. And then we're all set there. All right. Now let's see how game 2 goes. Now that we got Lawler back, see if that helps or hurts. 8-6 win, and we get Lujan back now, which is nice. So we scored 4 in the first. Our bullpen gave it up, and then we scored 2 in the 10th. Well, there's Mr. Soto. How's he doing for San Diego this year? You can see last year for us in 32 games, he put up almost 2.5 WAR in 33 games. Well, we couldn't re-sign him. We just couldn't afford it. I tried. Couldn't afford it. He's on pace for only 7 WAR this year. Huckstorf, 2 for 5. Thomas, 3 hits. Lawler, 1 for 5 in his first game back. Rodriguez gets lit up like a Christmas tree again. But the back half of the bullpen pitched pretty well. All right, so now what do? We have, it's got to be an outfielder. Guzman, if Merrifield stays healthy, I think it's Vukovic. With his 677 OPS and his 85 OPS plus. He had 34 home runs for us a year ago, and I think we're going to send him to AAA. I think we are going to send him to AAA for now. I think that's the answer. All right, injury list. Julio Lujan. Now we got to reset the lineup. All right, so who's going to play first base for us every day? That's kind of the problem, is I want it to be... Merrifield could play first, and we stick Guzman at second. Merrifield at first, Guzman at second. Who's in right now? Penango. Penango would be our DH. Huckstorf. Lujan is in right. Oh boy. Okay. We have too many outfielders. We have 7 outfielders on our roster. It's ridiculous. Although, I suppose you could make Merrifield a second baseman. It doesn't really matter in the scheme of things. Merrifield, so we're missing a center fielder. Lujan is probably the best option given the ratings of the other players. Penango, 60, 60, 50. No, maybe I think Penango goes in center, and we stick Lujan in right because that's where he is kind of best served. Yeah, we're super, super left-handed heavy, which I guess against righties is fine. We just need to tweak it against lefties. All right, so against lefties, we're missing a first baseman, and that will be... I think we do this. As crazy as... All right, well, we got to get Penango back out there. Or not Penango. We got to get Lujan back out there first and foremost. Stick him in right field. Huckstorf can't play the infield at all, right? Nope. Make him the DH, and let's stick Ozuna at first. Screw it. Old dog, new tricks kind of thing. He can't play first, but it's first base, so I'm not too terribly concerned about it. He's tall enough to play first base. He's a professional ball player. He should be able to play first base with his eyes closed. Lujan against lefties, though, is not a cleanup hitter. Huckstorf. Something like that. Yeah, that works. All right, let's sim on as we have our final game of the series against San Diego. It's a 4-2 loss. So we're 31-26, currently in first place in the National League West, as we got 3 games here against the Dodgers to finish off the month of May. Let's see what happens against the Dodgers. They tend to have our number. Yep, so we've lost 3 out of 4. We got a doubleheader today. I would love a split of the doubleheader. So we're 31-27 right now. Can we come out of this 32-28, please? As we sim to June. We're getting there eventually. Oh, we lose both games. That's no good. So we go from being in first place when the series started against the Dodgers to being 3 games out in 2 days. Well, that sucks. All right, so Kumar Rocker's potential control got better. So there is still some room for growth out of Kumar, which is nice. LaStella and Wong got worse. That's fine. Cuero, his power got better. Still looking for that bat to develop. Garibay, eye and discipline dropped a little bit. He's hitting in AAA, so he's not going to be down there too long, I don't think. Vukovic, we already knew about his power. We saw that. Jack Lausch got better. One of our few quote-unquote prospects. Blanco got better, up to 3.5 stars now, and he is Rule 5 eligible. So we may have to stick him on. Actually, let's call him up. Let's get him some playing time in high A ball. I may have to put him on the 40-man this year because that's the kind of player that I personally would take if I was a rebuilding team. We'll see how it goes. AL batter of the month, Shohei Ohtani. In the NL, it's Mookie. Pitcher of the month in the AL, Jorge Morla. In the NL, it's Norwith Gudino. Man, these are some names. Rookie of the month in the AL, Zach DeCenzo. And in the NL, Andrew Taylor of the Arizona Diamondbacks. All right. So offensively, we've been okay. Our pitching staff has been an Achilles heel. I mean, that's where it's been all year. We're 31-29, and we're being outscored by 19 runs. What is our Pythagorean? Just out of curiosity. We're 3 games better than our Pythag right now. We're 31-29, and we're being outscored by 19 runs. Lawler's only hitting $189 this season. I mean, I'm chalked that up to just injury after injury after injury. Thomas up to 2. Yeah, I mean, Lawler, Thomas, and Lujan were 3 of the players that we were leaning on to hit, and none of them are really hitting this year. So that's caused an issue. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel we got Brady House in the minors that we could call up. I kind of feel like giving Garibay a little bit more time in AAA, maybe another couple weeks. I mean, he's obviously can hit. I mean, I'm not concerned about the hitting. I just don't want to hurt his development because I'm leaning on, some of these players that we picked up in free agency, like Marcelo Zuna or, something like that. So, but we need pitching. I mean, it goes without saying we need pitching. So if we look at the front office, we look at our salaries. Rodriguez still posting an ERA of over 10. How was he in May? What were his May numbers? Hey, down to a 7.59 ERA. Still has a whip of over 2. He'll just stay in the bullpen until he sorts it out, if he sorts it out. Lujan is somebody that I wouldn't be averse to moving, given that when we signed him, if you look at his scouting, you can see his eye has dropped, his overall has dropped. I mean, most of his ratings have dropped since we signed him as a free agent. That's a huge contract. And while he was good last season, he's not $40 million good. I just don't know if anybody would take the entirety of the deal. Yeah. I mean, we can probably find a salary dump and then back off from that. Like, do we trade him to the Padres and just make the Padres worse? Taylor Webb, Asalasi. Just sort of curious what this would look like. Got a lot of 3-star players in the minors. Webb, Taylor, Rodon. I mean, we're not going to re-sign Carlos Rodon. We're just not going to. but I don't know that trading him to the Padres is the best. I mean, look at this Padres lineup, man. They got Soto, Tatis, and C.J. Abrams are all 4.5, 5-star players. Lujan's 24 years old. I'm not ready to move him yet. I mean, maybe I should be, but I'm not ready to move him yet. So we're 31-29. Make it 31-30 as we get absolutely trucked by the Dodgers in that 4-game series. 4-2, 3-1. I mean, they were close. I mean, only one game was not particularly close, but we were 5 games over 500. We are now 1 game over 500 and 4 games out of first place. We got Steven Strasburg pitching for the Indians now. Let's just start the series and see how it goes. Game 1 at home against Cleveland is another loss. That's 5 straight losses. Streaky. Make it 6, and we are officially under 500 again at 31-32. 2 games out of a wild card, 3.5 out of first place. The players that we lean on to hit are not hitting, and our pitching staff is... Ramsey David, as a number 5 starter last year, was great. This year, he's been terrible. I kind of want to just throw Rodriguez back out there and see how he does. Just throw him back out there and see how things go. Joey Gallo hits his 300th. The Dodgers want to make us a trade. They send us a trade offer. Miguel Vargas for Yerzy and Corniel. No, I'm good with that. The Pirates and the Rangers make a deal. Grant Koch for Bobby Rivera and Bayron Lora. Carlos Rodon wants to re-sign. I can appreciate that. But I'm not giving you $12 million a year. And I got ads going up again. What can we... we're still in it, so I hate to just sit here and kind of wave the white flag, so to speak. But someone like Brooks Wilson. I mean, the stamina's only a 40. Rodon's is only a 50. He's a 60, 50, 45 with 3+ pitches. Brooke Wilson is Brooke Wilson 75% of what we're going to get out of Rodon for a tenth of the cost? I mean, that's kind of the way I got to look at this. I'm not going to re-sign him. This was truly a 1-year thing. So getting a pitcher back in return that we have some control over feels like a good move. Garrett Whitlock. Yeah, they have him locked into that contract that the Red Sox signed him to earlier this season. Logan Gilbert. I like Logan Gilbert. I don't like the fact that he's a fly ball pitcher. But good stuff, good control, really good fastball, good slider. I mean, maybe we can pick up Logan Gilbert after we trade Rodon for a better return. Barrett Losicki? Pitched pretty well last year. 60 strikeouts in 46 innings. I mean, there's definitely some interest in Rodon. It's just a matter of can we find the right deal. Tristan McKenzie. He's in AAA. Alcantara. I mean, Alcantara's a good pitcher, but he's signed long-term to big contract that I'm not interested in. Luis Garcia. Yeah, no, I'm not paying him $15 million. The Twins have some interest. Balazovic. I mean, he's popular. I mean, that would be... What is Rodon? He's well known. But, I mean, this feels like the type of deal that we would make given the where we are with our team right now. 50, 55, 55, sinker slider pitcher, 95 to 97, high adaptability, high work ethic, not pitching well this year, put up 2.5 WAR last year, almost 4 WAR the year before that. His ARB number is only $1.43 million. My guess is we could probably add on to this. Right now, that's looking like a decent deal. Oh, and for those of you who are interested, I do have trading turned all the way up. I have trading turned all the way up. So, yeah. There's that. Yeah, so right now I'm looking at the Twins. You bring Zach Gallen back. They signed him to a $20 million a year contract. That is crazy. Matthew Liberatore. No, he's injured. Drew Rasmussen is injured. You get Chris Bubich back. Claimed on waivers. That control is rough, but that stuff in that movement's really good. All right, let's talk to Minnesota. I don't feel like this is necessarily waving the white flag because we're getting a pitcher who, frankly, is not that far off. I don't know that he's elite, but I don't know that he's really going to be that much worse than what we were getting out of Rodon. Anybody else that we can add to this? Harrison Dubois. Oh, right. He was drafted last season. Christian McLeod, low work ethic. No, you can't have Taylor. Sorry. Rodriguez, no. Well, they don't have a lot in their minor leagues. Yeah, there's literally nobody there I'm interested in. Royce Lewis, bring him in to play shortstop. I mean, he didn't hit in AAA. Or he did hit in AAA, but he's not hitting in the majors this year. Was passable a year ago. Part of you wants to... honestly, in Out of the Park 23, it's actually a whole lot better than it was in Out of the Park 22. I've had trade offers that have been made to me in Out of the Park 23 that I've taken. They have made some decent deals in 23 that just didn't exist in 22. So yeah, I feel your pain though, man. I feel your pain for sure. All right, so we can get Jordan Balazovic and Royce Lewis, who would help with our middle infield thing. You would be an upgrade. Would he really be an upgrade, though, over Jason Guzman? Yeah, actually he would. I mean, Guzman's hitting the ball really, really well this year, but Royce Lewis still making the minimum. I think he hits well enough. Decent defensively. We get Balazovic from the Twins. He is extremely popular, which is going to give us a huge fan interest bump. We'll take a small bump from moving Rodon, but Rodon, signing Rodon was truly a one-year thing. We were never going to re-sign him. It was we had money to spend and we needed a pitcher, so let's sign Rodon. So we're going to get Balazovic and Royce Lewis from the Twins for Rodon and Emmanuel Acosta. So we get the fan interest bump for Balazovic increases significantly. Players appreciate the leadership of Royce Lewis, so that is really nice. So we got to send down... We still have too many outfielders, but I'll deal with that at a later date. Guzman, I think we... Yeah. I mean, he's hit the ball well, but... Put both of these players on the roster. Put Balazovic in the rotation. Not there. Rocker is ready to pitch, I think. Yep. And we will go to Kumar Rocker. Go to the lineup. Get Royce Lewis out there at short. That moves Lawler back to second where he belongs. And then against lefties, we'll stick like that. So, We went to up to a 50. I think that's up from a 51 to a 59, so that is kind of nice. We're still drawing fans in, 28,000 a game over the 23 that were coming in last year, so we're still making some money, but because we're no longer winning, that number is dropping quickly. We've lost 6 in a row, I believe. And we finally win there, 5, 4, and 15. Lawler with a good game, 3 for 7. Lujan has a couple of hits. Lewis goes 1 for 6 in his debut. All sorts of pitchers in this one. Rocker goes 6 1/3. Giles blows the save. Giles is another one. We may want to start looking at what we can get for Ken Giles. We're not paying him anything. The White Sox retain the entire contract. And he hasn't been particularly good, but maybe because he's a 4-star or a 5-star reliever, that there will be some nice offers. I have this set on all pitchers, so I'll have to change this in a second once I see what offers are here. Yeah, it looks like all basically the same pitchers we were offered for Rodon. Hayden Wisniewski looks okay. Yeah, let's look at batters. See what sorts of offensive talent we can get for him. Get Garrett Mitchell. The last thing we need is another outfielder. Ahmed Rosario, no. Jeter Downs. I mean, he's developing. He's hitting a $109 in AAA this year. Benny on the trade block. Eddie Leonard. Meh. Another deal with the Twins. Jaloff looks okay, I guess. And not a lot of great options. But that's what... Ooh. I mean, we don't need another outfielder. We simply don't. But this one can hit. Nick Lofton. He's only 25. We got Tommy Edman. Very popular. His contract is up at the end of the season. Huh. I mean, I don't really want to deal with the Padres. That's my problem. I mean, if this feels like a decent deal. I just got a drop, Chris. I don't know if it was out of the park 23 or not, but it just says I got a drop. But thank you for taking care of it, man. You are the man. So, Tommy Edman. I mean, this improves our offense. It improves our defense. You're in the no camp. What if we get them to retain? Out of curiosity. Greer Lewis Webb. So Theo doesn't like this deal. Why wouldn't Theo like this deal? What am I missing? Edmonds basically an elite defensive second baseman. I mean, I guess without knowing what his contract would look like next year, I mean, it would be this would be a true rental. It doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense given where we are right now. Dodgy Gamer, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Welcome to GM Games. What sort of prospects? Any prospects? It's going to be all 2 stars. All right, so there are some 2.5-star prospects in here. Is there anybody any good? I don't really need another outfielder, but if we can add to our prospect pool, I may as well do it. That's a whole lot of garbage. Whole lot of garbage. I like this Corey Rozier. But again, I mean, I don't know. Trading with I mean, he's a good defensive shortstop. Trading with the Padres, though, seems... Football Manager playing here, trying to learn the ropes with out-of-the-park baseball. Makes sense. I mean, it's the best way to learn is by watching and doing, right? I mean, that makes the most sense. I've been playing out-of-the-park baseball for, God, I don't know. When did I get my first version of out-of-the-park baseball? 2007, maybe, I think was my first out-of-the-park experience, and I've bought it every season since. It's just a great game. It is absolutely it's the best baseball simulation there is. I mean, I've played a few of the others, but to me it's the best. So let's see if we can. So for some reason Theo really loves Ken Giles, and I don't know why, but he really loves Ken Giles. But yeah, if you got any questions, man, feel free to fire them off. That's the way I was with Football Manager. And they have, oh my God, this team is stacked. How did they get so good? Look at these prospects, man. Who did they trade to Cleveland to get Gomez and Doty? Ah, okay. Well, that makes sense. Trent Grisham. Yeah, I've tried playing Football Manager, and I can do the basics, but I'm really bad when it comes to just the background of soccer. Like, I'm just really bad at it. So I haven't really gotten very far with it over the years. Jackson Merrill. Can we get him? No? Okay. Victor Acosta, no. Errol Vera, stop wasting your time. And we could make this work, but I mean, we don't need another out. I mean, it's never a bad thing to have more prospects, but we don't need another outfield prospect. So I think we hold off until we find sort of the deal we want. 23, you'll have to wait for a while. You can't afford it at this time. Yeah, they'll put it on sale at some point. They'll put it on sale for 50% off, and then you get it for $20, and everybody will be good. Twins, how you doing, man? How you doing, my man? It has been a while. I don't think you've hopped into any of the out of the park 23 saves. You were there for most of my 22s, but I don't think you've been here for any of the 23 saves yet. Welcome back. How you been, man? The Dodgers have our number, man. We cannot do anything with the Dodgers. They've now beaten us 5 straight. We're 3.5 games out of the wild, or 3.5 games out of first place. We've lost 7 out of 8. It's just been awful. We lose another one. All right, so Colton Wong is back. The Dodgers are just absolutely smoking us. If you guys can hear my kids screaming outside, I apologize for that. They tend to be pretty noisy. Our offense is terrible, and so is our pitching. Has Rodriguez gotten another start since... Wait, he went 2/3 of an inning in this game? What? Why didn't he start? He's in my starting rotation. He's a starter. All right. am I doing? Oh, I have to Colton Wong. That's what I was doing. Injured list. We're gonna put Wong on a rehab assignment, I guess, and that'll buy me some time. All right. So can we take one game from the Dodgers, or are they going to beat us 7 straight games over the course of a week and a half? Yep, they beat us in 7 straight games over the course of a week and a half. So since we won 6 out of 7 to end May, we have lost, 5 out of 6, 6 out of 7, 7 out of 8, 8 out of 9, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 11, 11 out of 12. We have gone 2-11 in our last 13 games since we won 6 out of 7. So not a good streak here for your Diamondbacks. We got the Phillies on the road, followed by the White Sox. Let's see if we can finally snap this a bit. We win 6-5 because, I mean, we're still in it, right? I mean, and I knew with our Pythag the way it was that we weren't likely to maintain. You know, we're 33-35, but we're being outscored by 36 runs. We're playing 3 games over our Pythag. We are 3 games out of a wild card, 5.5 out of first place. So we're still in it enough that I don't want to blow things up. But if we have another stretch like that where we lose 11 out of 13, we could quickly be looking to move on from some of the contracts. So Rodriguez gives up 10 hits in 3 innings. He's got 70 movement, and he's given up 65 hits in 38 innings this season. Okay. I mean, hopefully he sorts it out. Game 2 in Philly. Another win, 6-4. Lujan goes 3 for 4. Has that average up over 314? That's nice. Lawler at 220. Thomas at 230. Bullpen pitch as well. Let's take a look. I want to look at my personnel. So Willie Frazier is our pitching coach. He's been our pitching coach for 3 years now. Still has good relationships with pretty much everybody, but it's just not working. What about our hitting coach? Our hitting coach has been with us for 4 years. Yeah, it may be time to upgrade at pitching coach and hitting coach. Let's see what's available. Let's see what is available. Wes Johnson. Nope. Giancarlo Donzelli, pitching in whatever the ISA is. Nope. Darren Balsley. Nope. Doesn't get along with half my pitching staff. Cal Eldred. Not a terrible option. Gets along well with Rocker, Rodriguez, Taylor, Webb, Freeman, Kimbrel, Lacey, Giles. Good relation. Yeah, I mean, let's give Cal Eldred a call. See if he wants to be our. He has no interest in being our pitching coach. Of course not. Rick Knapp. No. Derek Lilliquist. I mean, these are all players from my childhood. Things have been good for the most part. Your Cubs with Commish League seems to like they play 500 ball all of a sudden. What is that an online league that you're playing? Mike Steed. Yeah, we need a new pitching coach. Brad Arnsberg. Nope. Willie Blair. Nope. Yuck. Doug Brocale. Brian Garman is 36 years old, gets along well with all of our pitchers. He's been the pitching coach for the Dayton Dragons in the Midwest League. And I got into online leagues, I don't know, about 6 months ago. I'm in like 3 of them now. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun with it, actually. John Halama, Windy City Thunderbolts. That's down by me. This team's about 20 minutes from me. Carlos Hernandez. Now, I think we're going to offer... Who was it? Brian Garman. Gets along well with power pitchers, which we don't have a ton of, but has good relationships with pretty much everybody. And for now, that's enough. Hopefully he can turn things around a little bit for us. Let's find a new hitting coach as well. FK and Kamish runs it, probably one of the best leagues online. At least the story he tells is quite good. So what do you mean story? So like we have a commissioner in one of our leagues that writes like articles when things go down, which I think is pretty cool. Is that kind of what you're talking about? Chili Davis, no. Max, I just looked at this guy. Ray Willie Gomez doesn't get along with our hitters very well. Yeah, I've been really into online leagues for about the last 6 months. Like I said, I joined 3 of them that I'm in right now. Having a lot of fun. With it. So he doesn't get along with Royce Lewis or Trevino. And I know that's not the be-all, end-all what the relationship looks like, but obviously I want to make sure that that my players at least like the coaches. Brandon Allen. Nope. Barry Bonds. Nobody gets along with Barry Bonds. Pat Burrell. Again, Windy City Thunderbolts. He does not have a team. He tells the story of everything that happens and does an intense play-by-play with GMs coaching their teams on story. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. In fact, I will, well, as soon as I'm done streaming, I will go and I will follow that and check that out. That sounds pretty neat. Team Dark Chaos Gaming. Thank you for the follow. Sounds like a lot of you guys know each other, and that's pretty cool that you've come in here to hang out at least for a little while. Jalen Ferguson. My name is Aaron, for those of you who are new to the channel or just stepping in for the first time. Penango, Lawler. Ugh. I think we're just gonna stick with our pitching coach, with our hitting coach for now. I don't really like any of those other options. All right, so we got Balazovic pitching. He gave up 6 runs in 2 2/3 innings in his first start with us. Hopefully things look better here. I do want to kind of move forward with this a little bit because I've been streaming for about an hour and 20 minutes. We've played like a month. All right, so Ozuna is now, he's got a knee contusion, so we're going to put him on the DL. It's fine. Allen, we are going to send on a rehab assignment, and we're going to call Colton Wong up, and then we're going to redo the lineup yet again. Colton Wong will back up at DH, and he will back up at second base. How's LaStella doing? That average down to 3. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. And then against lefties, we're still really lefty heavy with Colton Wong. So Royce Lewis comes in at shortstop. No, Penango will come in. No, that was right. Royce Lewis comes in there. Merrifield goes to first. Lewis goes to third. Lawler will move up. Greer will move up. Trevino will move up. Wong will back up there. Yeah, I have a feeling that this is going to fall apart before too long. You've tried to get Dark into online leagues, but he's too busy. I always thought I was too busy too, but I managed to make it work. So, what are we doing? What are we looking at? Oh, DFA. Guzman. Right. All right, how's Garibay doing? 291, 446, 433. I mean, he's about ready. He is about ready. I think we give him till July 1st, and then we call him up and we make him our everyday first baseman. We probably non-tender Tommy LaStella or try to trade him at that point. Or DFA LaStella or try to trade him at that point. But I will once again, for people who have hopped in here, That is my YouTube channel. I am trying desperately to get to 1,000 subs. I was just over 950 when the day started. So looking to get myself to 1,000 here as quickly as I can, or at some point here. So if you like my content, or you know, I don't know, you got nothing better to do, head over to my channel and subscribe over there. Sharpie, thanks for being here. I mean, I would stream whether there was anybody here or not, but thanks for being here. I appreciate it. All right, we got to keep going. We got 3 games in Chicago against the White Sox. I will be going to see the White Sox against the Red Sox on Wednesday night. Looking forward to that. Yeah, it's starting to fall apart as we expected it to. We win there, which is nice. We finally win a game. But yeah, it's been a rough stretch. We won 6 out of 7 in May. And we were 5 games up, or 5 games over 500, and tied for first place with the Dodgers. We then lost 4 straight to the Dodgers, and then lost 11 out of 12, and that was just the end of it. So Rodriguez continues to pitch absolutely horribly. Balazovic, we have 2 starters with ERAs of over 10. Dodgy Gamer, 1:30 a.m. over here, and just got your drop, so time to call it a day. Thanks for the stream. Well, get some sleep, my man. I appreciate you coming in and just hanging out, even if it's just for a couple of minutes. I hope you have a good night, and I hope you have a wonderful Monday morning. I mean, our bullpen has been pretty good. I still feel like moving Giles is the right move. We're not paying him anything, which should make him have some additional value, but we're not paying him anything. Merrifield, we may try to deal, and why not? I mean, he's signed to a 1-year contract. We're likely not to re-sign him. Excuse me. Nate Pearson has pitched terribly down in AAA. Excuse me, man. Potentially trade him. Julio Lujan is hitting the ball really well. We signed him to that long-term deal. I just want to see if it's going to work out. Let's try moving Giles again. And let's just look for all prospects and see what sorts of returns we can get. See if they're all still the same. I mean, we looked at all this, what was like a week ago in game, so I don't anticipate this is going to change much. But yeah, it's still the Padres making us the best offer. And I don't mind. I mean, again, I like Corey Rozier, but let's get a scouting report and see what he looks like as with very high scouting. All right, so we have San Francisco and Colorado for the next 13 games. So it's conference games for the next 13 games. So this will make or break our season right here, frankly. So we'll see how this goes. We're 3-3 in our last 6. We win there 3-2. Royce Lewis, 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Rocker pitches well. Picks up the win. We've won 2 in a row. We win 3 in a row and make it a winning streak. We do. We win 7-2. All right. So 3 straight victories for your Diamondbacks. Lawler, 1 for 3. Looks like he hit his 6th home run, but that average sitting at 216 is not going to get it done. Lujan, a couple of hits. Cruz is another one who's been really disappointing this year. Not that he was fantastic. I mean, he's hitting, average is exactly the same. But the power, he's lost almost 100 points off of his slugging over the last 2 seasons. And he's now below average defensively. So he's another one whose job is not safe, especially with Brady House basically ready to go. Yeah, Brady House is ready to go. Let's try something. Let's do this and this and see if adding Cruz into that gets us an additional prospect or 2. Hog XP, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining. Nathan Hickey. He's got the bat. Definitely has the bat, but he's really bad defensively. Doesn't really have a position. OSA doesn't like him nearly as much. And I'm Whoa. And I'm struggling with the idea of trading within the division or within the NL West, to be completely honest. So we'll have to see how that goes. Edison Batista is a stud. 23-year-old, great stuff, fastball, curveball pitcher. I may make that deal without even batting an eye. Just want to see if anybody else has got a piece that they want to send us instead. We're still waiting on Rozier, right? Yep, we are. We can probably get him for something else. All right, so let's go back and talk to Houston. We take him out. All right. So if we add Cruz to the deal, catcher with some pop in his bat, I'd rather not move that yet. Lujan, Cuero, Blanco, I'm not ready to move. How's he doing in A-ball? We called him up about a month ago. He's not hitting at all. I mean, he's hitting for some power, but... all right, so no Jose Infante. Leonardo, nope. Nope. Fly ball pitcher with great control. I'll pass. Cuellar's a top 100 prospect. Elijah Green. Would you give us Elijah Green? I mean, I didn't think so, but I had to ask. You know, they can't tell you no unless you ask. You bring back Lonnie White. No, he's not really all that good. Lance. Yeah, they don't have a lot of prospects either. Man, Batista's good, though. I mean, I think I'm going to make this deal either way, but I just want to see what else I can get. So we'll make this deal. We'll bring in Batista. We'll call up Brady House. We'll put him at third, and then that will be that. So Peter Solomon, no effort. Shane Panzini, no. Tyler Whitaker, no. You got anybody on your... Maybe we get some cash. What team are you playing, Merton? You haven't mentioned that. What team are you playing? Can we get other prospects? He's the number 7 prospect in baseball. An extreme fly ball pitcher with 35 movement in Arizona is probably not going to work out. Can we get... Do you have anything else? Really don't. This is not a very good team. Kind of Falefa. Free agent at the end of the year. I'm a big Isaiah Kiner Falefa guy in Out of the Park baseball. You play Seattle. All right, so I've seen in the games that I've played, I've seen Kelenic not develop like at all ever. Is he developing for you? I really kind of want Infante. I don't know why, though. I mean, he's 6'4", 195. He's got some speed. He's got some bat. He's a DH, but can we get cash? Like if we remove Infante. Okay, so we can get cash. How much cash can we get? They got 4.468. They don't have that much. I just said how much they had, and then I put in more than that. Okay, so they will give us Batista and $4.5 million. Jared Kelenic? Him? Looks like he's doing okay. Actually, he's doing okay in this playthrough. But I have a Red Sox one that I do offline, and he's doing really poorly. All right, so I still feel like we could get Infante if we make this work. So they only want Colmenares, and I don't want to give him up. So what about Corniel? All right, that changes things a bit. De Los Santos, it won't take much more. Okay, so we can add Fuerte. We can take De Los Santos out. So if I give you Del Castillo, can I take Corniel out? Yep, I can. You let him go at some point? Okay. How far into the save are you? How many years into it? Because if you don't remember letting him go, you must be pretty far into it. So we're going to get Edison Batista, Jose Infante, and $4.4 million. And we will send O'Neal Cruz, Ken Giles, Adrian Del Castillo, and Abel Fuerte to the Houston Astros. So we're going to take, so he's popular, he's fair, he's unknown, and he's unknown. So we may take a small fan interest bump, but this is a really good deal for us. Excellent. All right, so that means now Batista comes up. That also means Brady House comes up. Batista becomes our closer. We go into our lineup. Brady House becomes our starting third baseman. And we will move him to fifth against lefties, and we'll leave him batting seventh. You're in your third season. Okay, all right. Who are you building around? Rodriguez? I'd imagine you're building around Rodriguez and like Emerson Hancock or something like that. Let's keep simming. We've won 3 in a row. We've won 5 out of 8. Can we sweep San Francisco? We do. So we win our 4th straight game. Brady House goes 2 for 4 with a home run in his debut. That's what you like to see. Webb goes 6 2/3. Doesn't get the win. Freeman gets the win. Merrifield's at 283. I mean, he's hitting the ball pretty darn well. 777 OPS, 111 OPS plus. We've got a couple players on the injured list who are on rehab assignments. Well, Nick Allen's on a rehab assignment. Marcelo Zuna is hurt for 9 more days, and then he'll be on a rehab assignment. So De Los Santos is now going to get every day playing time at third base because we called up House. Garibay up to 311. Yeah, he's going to come up at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of the month, and then we will move on from probably Colton Wong. I mean, he's hitting 370. How can I get rid of somebody who's hitting 370? It's got to be La Stella, I think, but he's well known. That's the problem. Colton Wong is popular. Merrifield is insane. I mean, from a fan interest standpoint, it's Whit Merrifield, but he's also the most flexible. So Rodriguez, Byron Buxton. How'd you get Byron Buxton? We got 3 now at home against Colorado. We look for 5 straight. Oh, we lose 3-2 and 10. So that last win against San Francisco got us back up to 500. Now we've lost 2 in a row to fall 2 games under 500. And we get swept by Colorado. We lose 2 games in extra innings. Where are we in extra innings? We're 8-3 in extra inning games. Yeah, by far our worst month. 14-13 in April, 16-13 in May, 7-12 here in June. And now we've got 3 games at San Francisco. Yep. Free agent signing. Gotcha. So Webb is out for a week. He pitched 3 shutout innings. Batista picks up his first save for us. Brady House hitting 364 out of the chute. 8 for 22. Very nice. All right. Schedule. And White. White is the first baseman, right? Is that what's his name? Evan White? Is that his name? Right? Evan White? Yeah, Evan White. He's really bad in this playthrough. He's in Double-A right now. Okay, let's keep going. Game 2 on the road at San Francisco. Just thinking about it. So that's 5 straight wins over San Francisco here this season. So we're doing to San Francisco what the Dodgers are doing to us. Merrifield, 4 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Lujan, 2 for 5. Thomas, 2 for 5. Lawler, Lujan, and Merrifield all homer. Balazovic, is he hurt? Back spasms. So he had one decent start and then got hurt. Oh, all right. Anything we need to look at? Okay. So Kyle Greer is hurt, sprained ankle. We probably need to get him on the DL. Can we bring back Ozuna yet? He's 3 more days. So in 3 days, we'll bring up Ozuna, and we'll just place Greer on the injured list right now. And then in 3 days, we'll bring up Ozuna. Let's keep going. Can we sweep San Francisco again? No. That win would have gotten us back to 500. So we're 40-42. We got 4 games at Colorado, followed by the month ending at Los Angeles. We win 1-0 in Colorado. You don't see very many 1-0 games in Coors Field. Andy Yerzy with the solo home run. There we go. Rodriguez with by far his best outing of the year, and of all places, Colorado. 7 shutout innings for Chris Rodriguez. That's what we wanted to see. All right. One more win gets us back to 500. We won 3 out of 4, and we get back to 500. Very nice. All right, so Ozuna's back. Webb is out for 2 more days. Who is due to pitch? Balazovic is hurt. Back spasms? Right, so he's out for a day. So Webb is out for 2 more days. Okay, and we will do Asa Lacy, I guess. Let him get a start. He looks okay. So we win 5-3. You're working on your 4th season. You've gone 80 and 82, 81 and 81, 79 and 83 and 88 and 74. All right, well, you made some movement in that 4th season, so that's good. That's good. Lawler, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Average at 221, though. Not gonna cut it. Alek Thomas, man, I don't understand. This is just a lost season for him. 70 contacts, 70 gap power. He's hitting 238. Really, the only players that are hitting are the players we brought in the offseason. LaStella's at 284, Merrifield's at 314, Wong's at 351. Batista picks up his 3rd save. All right, game 2 against Colorado. Winners of 4 out of 5 and 8 out of 12. 14-7 wins. So we've now won 3 straight in Colorado. Asa Lacy gets the start and the win. Goes 5. We get home runs from Lujan, Merrifield. Huckstorf hits 2. Royce Lewis with his first. Thomas and Ozuna. So Ozuna just continues to rake. Yeah, Huckstorf at 19 home runs. Lujan at 12. Actually, let's go back into the lineup against lefties and make sure we have Ozuna out there at DH. And I guess Huckstorf in center, I suppose. All right, so we're looking for the sweep of the Rockies. We've won 5 out of 6. We're 1 game over 500. Can we get the 4-game sweep? No, we lose 5-4. So we are a 500 ball club right now, 12-14 in June. Given how this month started, we lost 11 out of 12 or something like that to end May and to kick into June. So if we can end this month 13-14, I will take that. So let's see how this goes. We got Dustin May on the mound for them. We got Logan Webb on the mound for us. Let's see how the last day of June goes. Can we finally beat the Dodgers? As it thinks about it, we do. We finally beat the Dodgers. So we're 44-43 on the year. Lujan goes 4 for 4. Thomas 2 for 4. LaStella 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Webb goes 5 1/3. Holloway, Kimbrel, and Doval. Very nice. All right. So what do we got for player development? Nothing much. Jose Infante is the guy. Oh, God, look at this. This is the guy we just got in the deal with Houston. Look at those ratings. Oh, he's a stud. He can't field, He's truly going to just be a DH, but he is a beast. Gage Harrelson, an 18th round pick, developing nicely. Jose Morales was our international guy last year. He looks pretty good. AL Batter of the Month, Julio Rodriguez of your Seattle Mariners. Fernando Tatis in the NL. Noah Syndergaard, your AL Pitcher of the Month. Zach Eflin, your Pitcher of the Month in the NL. DeCenzo wins the Rookie of the Month in the AL again. And Kendall Williams in the National League. All right, so we got international amateurs. And it looks like it's led by a crop of first basemen. Do we have any pitchers? Well, we finally got a pitcher. He's not really all that good. Mike Robles. No, we're just going to go after one of these starters and hope that they have some interest in us. So high greed, low leader, low loyalty. Here we go. High loyalty, high work ethic. OSA doesn't like him quite as much as we do. High adaptability, high work ethic. So Juan Trinidad doesn't look like he has the ceiling of Gutierrez, but both us and OSA think he's going to turn out to be basically the same. Gutierrez is hit or miss in that we think he's going to be just absolutely elite, whereas OSA thinks he's going to be pretty good. I kind of like my scout. Not to mention his nickname is Inch. 6'4", 200-pound, 16-year-old. Let's offer Oscar Gutierrez $5 million to come play in our minor league system. Hopefully that works. All right. So we're going to get up to the draft before we consider making any deals, because I think another 11 games will give us some insight as to whether we're in go-for-it mode. We're a game and a half out of the wild card. We're 7 games out of first place. We're not going to catch the Padres. But the wild card is a real thing. We have the Dodgers and Rockies ahead of us. So let's see how the next week and a half goes and see if we can make some noise here. We win again. So Nick Allen's rehab assignment is done. So we win 6-3, a 5-run fourth inning. Looks like Colton Wong with a 3, Lujan with a home run, House with a triple, Colton Wong with a bases clearing double. Rodriguez with his second solid start in a row, hopefully starting to turn it around here. 1 earned run in his last 12 starts for Chris Rodriguez. This would be absolutely huge for us if he continues to pitch well down the stretch. Oh, I got to get Balazovic back in the... Damn it. All right, so we have to do something with Nick Allen now. Royce Lewis is... Holy crap, is he not hitting? And he's below average at shortstop. All right. Well, that play didn't work. That's fine, though. Nick Allen will stick it short. So let's... Oh, right. The other thing I wanted to do. I wanted to call up Garibay. But who's missing in our lineup? What am I missing here? Backup center fielder. Oh, right, because Greer's on the DL. Right. Backup Huckstorf at center. And against lefties, Allen will be our shortstop. Lawler will be our second baseman. Yeah, I'm struggling because our best hitters have been those players that we picked up off the scrap heap. Ozuna's hitting 333 with a 1039 OPS. Wong he's got a 1037 OPS. LaStella and Merrifield both putting up OPSs of over 800. Our catching situation has been a little rough. Yerzy not hitting. All right, that's fine. Let's see if we get an answer from that first baseman. Chris Stratton and Daniel Vazquez for Daniel Torres. So Torres is nothing. Stratton looks okay, but I don't want to pay the contract. Will you retain his entire contract? No. Okay, well, screw you then. I have no interest in him. All right, game 3 against the Dodgers at home. 2-1 loss. Okay, so Gutierrez is going to go to the Mets. So let's go back and let's see. Let's offer. Do we offer somebody else? Like, do we look at someone like this? Oscar Mendez, maybe not going to be elite with the bat, but very good defensively, a lot of speed. I kind of like the idea of that. Let's offer Oscar Mendez. Let's offer him $4 million. All right, so let's see if we can take 3 out of 4 at home against the Dodgers. Nope. So we split the series with the Dodgers. Now we have 3 at Cincinnati going into the All-Star break. We are a 500 team right now. So 3-0 win. All right, so Mendez, we'll look at him in a second. So they want to send us Jarlin Garcia and Omar. No. All right, so I guess we just offer him a max offer from a team that he likes more than ours. Shoot. Okay. So I guess we go Trinidad. He has a max offer from a team that he likes more than us. Okay. Josh Sierra. Decent enough bat. What about pitchers? Are there any pitchers left? No. Well, this is disappointing. I mean, it was bound to happen. I mean, we're not going to get who we want every single year. That's just not the way it works. Let's talk to Franklin Prado. A max offer from a team he likes more than us. Danny Flores. Sure. Let's offer him. You can always have some catchers in your system. Let's see if that works. All right. The pitcher that replaced your number 2 pitcher pitched his way to stay in the majors. That's how it works, man. You know, you got to get players from your minor leagues to come in and help. Merrifield and Lujan both homer. Lujan's having a great season. Webb 5 1/3 shutout. Improves to 6-3. Game 2 against Cincinnati. Would love to go into the All-Star break over 500. That would be huge. So we are a 500 team. If we win the final game leading into the All-Star break, we are over 500 going into the break, which for us is something. We do. We win 6-1. All right, so this has not been a bad season, all things considered. Thomas is starting to hit that average up to 257. Pinon goes down to 270, and I'm thinking he may be the piece that we move. Rodriguez with 3 straight great starts in a row. Starting to think that Pinango might be that piece to go when we get Greer back and we have Huckstorf, who's providing some power. Hasn't hit a home run in a while, but still is above average defensively with the bat, or above average offensively with the bat. So I'm thinking Pinango is that piece that we try to move. So we did sign Danny Flores, so we did at least bring in somebody. We brought in a catcher. I don't know if he's ever going to hit enough, but whatever. All-Star game rosters. Who made the All-Star team for us? Jordan Holloway made the All-Star team for us. Jose Trevino. And Julio Lujan, and that is it. All-Star prospects. Cuero, Garibay. And that's it. Okay, that's fine. So a couple players in the text message I got to respond to. Well, I'll respond to it later. Can wait. So a couple players in the prospects game. Had a couple of all-stars. So decent start to the season for us. I mean, when you look at our team history, 71 and 91, 75 and 87, 71 and 91. We're having our best season by far right now. Fans are coming out to the ballpark. We are drawing over 30,000 fans a game. We have $21 million for free agents, which means we can add. We absolutely can add. So let's take a look at. I want a pitcher. I would love to bring in a starting pitcher. There really aren't any right now, so we will wait and see what happens as we get closer closer to the deadline. We got to get up to the draft. I don't even know that we're going to make it to the end of the month. This is what happened last week, too. It just took so long that I ended up getting through the draft and then calling it. So we'll see what ends up happening. Ended up going 10-6 with a 3.45 ERA. Not bad numbers, all things considered right now. Trade proposal from the Tigers. John Edwards for Juan Garcia. I will pass on that. We have a top 8 pick, something like that. Kyle Greer is eligible to come off the DL. All right. So let's just rehab assignment Kyle Greer for now, and let's offer up Penango for a starting pitcher. Ugh. Oh, because I have it listed as just prospects. Okay. Well, that, at least tells me that there's some interest, which is nice. Yeah, that was my phone again. Sorry about that, guys. No. A lot of 2-star guys. Louis Patino is not the same Louis Patino as he is in real life. Tyler Mahle. You can pick up Tyler Mahle. He's been really bad. Has he been ratings-wise? He's better than most of what we have out there, but again, I don't want to make a deal with the Padres. We get another ad coming up on my computer, which makes me nuts. Spencer Howard. What if we do veterans? Yu Darvish. Daiche Osera. Taylor Clark. He's on the trade block. He's not really a starter. Zach Davies on a minor league deal, pitching well in Nashville. Yankees offering up Stroman. Nope. Tyler McKay. Mostly the same names that were on here when I was looking at regulars. Nick Pivetta. Pineda. Nope. All right, so if we package somebody who, I want to get to the draft. I want to make sure we do the draft here tonight and then sort it out from there. Let's get to the draft, and I'm going to send a text message real quick. Sorry, guys. All right. So we're at the draft. Sorry, I apologize for that. I try not to do both things at once. It sucks. So we moved from 3 to 5. So the Texas Rangers jumped from 8 to 1. So who jumped ahead of us? So if we were third, so why are the Nationals? So it should have been the Rays, the White Sox, and then us. So the Nationals must have moved from 3 to 2? I don't know. It's weird. Doesn't say. All right. We got the draft. Who does it think we're going to take at 5? Victor Medrano. If he's there at 5, he's pretty damn good. Let's get to the draft pool, and let's start the draft. Oof. That is a pitcher. All right, so Texas with the first pick takes said pitcher. Bill Twyman is a pretty good two-way player. Wow, he's a two-way player. Wants $13.5 million, but All right, so if we go to batters now, holy crap, guys! Look at Tamar Johnson's on here again. We may make a run at Tamar Johnson, assuming he's still there. But if he's not, I mean, any one of these guys would be a. Oh, this. I mean, he's not going to be there, but let's see what happens. So pick 2 is Laviolette. Pick 3 is Damani the King Holder. Yeah, he's going to be an absolute monster. Where we're picking what? 5th? Yeah, okay. So we have the next pick. Chicago takes Medrano. All right. So we have 3 potential options. We've got Danny Magana, who wants $7.5 million, elite contact, gap power, avoid K, above average home run power, can play multiple positions, is likely a corner outfielder, probably a left fielder with that range, or could potentially play first or second with that range. We have Juan Payne, who wants $9 million and is a below average outfielder, and we have Tamar Johnson, who wants $6.5 million. I'm leaning Tamar. Johnson. His range is only a 50, so we would have Johnson at second with Jordan Lawler at third, but Magana is so good. Johnson is more ready now. OSA likes him even more than us. I'm leaning Tamar Johnson. Just because he's a bit more... Well, what's our... Magana wants what? He only wants $7.5 million. OSA likes him about the same as us. I mean, Magana is the higher ceiling player without question. Tamar Johnson would solve our leadoff hitter problems as early as next season with that speed, that contact in the eye, and avoid K. I think I'm going Tamar Johnson. I think I'm going with the lower ceiling, higher floor guy, Tamar Johnson. He only wanted $6.5 million. The recommended slot is 8.24. Magana's got the high work ethic. Tamar Johnson focuses on the essentials. He's going to be a very, very good second baseman. Magana... Oh, man. He's average defense. The only thing he does better than Johnson is hit. Johnson's got better speed, significantly better defensively. But, I mean, I'm going Tamar. I'm not going to overthink. I'm going to take Tamar Johnson. I don't know if I should have done that, but that's the pick I went with. So let's go to our next pick. All right. We got another high contact guy here in Tony Fonseca, a right fielder with that arm. And he's pretty good. What does OSA think? OSA likes him even more than us. Who does our scout think we should take? Isaiah Moy. 18-year-old with a lot of pop in his bat. He wants $250K. What does Fonseca want? Fonseca wants the slot. Fonseca's the better hitter. Are there any pitchers left? Is that two-way pitcher still there? Not a lot of pitchers. Continuing to not have a lot of pitchers in the draft. It's just something that I've seen kind of regularly here. Although DJ Primo... I don't want to force the issue. I don't want to take a pitcher just because we need a pitcher. You never draft for need in baseball. I think Fonseca is the right pick. No, I don't. I don't think Fonseca is the right pick. Who do I think is the right pick? I want Moy. Isaiah Moy isn't. Low intelligence. What else do we have? Luke Anderson looks okay. Luis Figueroa, low work ethic. I'm gonna pass on that. I'm kind of leaning towards the pitcher, truth be told. Leaning toward DJ Primo. High work ethic, 21-year-old, really good movement, good control, doesn't throw particularly hard, has 2+ pitches, an average curveball, a screwball, high work ethic. Doesn't have a lot of stuff. Or do we go Barrera? 50-50-50, fastball, curveball. All players. I think Fonseca is the pick. Again, not going to overthink it. Just going to make the pick. Now let's see if any of those pitchers are still there. None of the ones I wanted, unfortunately. All right. Well, that was bound to happen. Biasi, 21-year-old. Looks okay. Calza Diaz looks okay. Not a lot of pitchers in the drafts in Out of the Park 23. What do they think we should take now? David Benavidez, 19-year-old third baseman. Very good third baseman. I don't know if he's ever going to hit enough. Low adaptability, low intelligence. Man, I'm starting to get a headache. 18-year-old, high work ethic. I think if I'm going to take a third baseman, I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to take Calvin Gillard out of the University of British Columbia. Average bat, 50 down the board, slightly above average bat control, decent range, great arm, high work ethic. Calvin Gillard will be our third. He wants $4.6 million. Never mind. Figueroa. I think we go Figueroa. What is his demand? Recommended slot, yeah. Low work ethic, but really good defensively. I hate taking low work ethic guys, especially this early, but the ratings, I think, are enough to justify it. Let's look at individual pitch potential for pitchers and see if we can find Xavier Cardenas. There we go. That's what it is we're looking for. 22 years old now at this point, but high work ethic, 3+ pitches. If the movement or control, if he gets the random talent bump, or do we go Nazir Mule? Mule will probably be there with the next pick. Prokish, he's 21. Extreme football. We're gonna try to take all these guys. We're gonna take Cardenas. Okay, so Prokish is gone. It was bound to happen. Nathan Ross, 22 years old, really bad control. Fulton Lockhart, no. Ian Ritchie, nope. Andrew Healy with the low work ethic. More low work ethic. High leader, high adaptability, high intelligence. Loreno Cini Scalchi? That's a name. He's Canadian, huh? That sounds Canadian. I mean, he's almost fully developed, but he looks okay. I guess we can take a shot at him. And I don't know what pitcher development really looks like here in 23 yet from a long-term perspective. High work ethic, 21-year-old with a wipeout changeup. Yep, it's not my pick. Marco Fuentes, is he still there? Please tell me he's still there. He is. I have not seen a lot of of really, really talented pitchers. It's been a lot of this. It's been a lot of fine pitchers that have the right pitches and hope they develop, but I haven't been able to draft an elite pitcher. So, yeah. Let's look at fielding. Jesus Boston. That's a name. Amir Moore. High leader, low greed, low adaptability, really, really good defensively, both in the infield and the outfield. His turn DP is really low, so he's probably a third baseman, but I like Amir Moore. Maybe we'll take him. Catcher ability. We got any catchers in here that can hit at all? Doesn't appear so. 21-year-old. Yeah, we can take Bryce Hubbard. He's got a little bit of a bat. Not great defensively, but decent enough, I suppose. Alex Williamson. High work ethic, but he's never going to hit enough. Unless you get the random talent bump. Low work ethic there. The catcher ability with 65 outfield range. That's interesting. He's never going to hit enough. Yeah, we're already down to 60 ranges. Same thing on the infield. Huh. Not a great draft. I mean, I think top-heavy draft. I mean, who was I just looking at? Was it Gilchrist? Yeah. We will take Mark Gilchrist. He can play multiple positions, has a high work ethic. That works for me. Man, I got to get some sort of ad blocker on my work computer. This is ridiculous. It dumps me like every 15 minutes to show me an ad. Batting potential. What round are we in? We're in the 10th round. Any power bats left? High leader. 22-year-old out of the University of Tennessee. Doesn't really have a position, though. Meh. Karsten Sabathia. Camden Jordan. I mean, he can hit a little bit, sure. Batting eye. We got anybody with a good eye left? Chris Oliphant. 18 years old. Again, high work ethic, sure. What about base running? We got Reed Eason. At this point, sure. Chase Valentine, high leader, high work ethic out of a 23-year-old. I don't think he's ever going to turn into anything, but take a shot at those guys at this point. Same thing with a Yahir Ortiz. And then you just sort of let them work it out in the minors. Daniel Figueroa, meh. All right. I think I am going to call the draft here. We did 14 picks. We'll let the AI auto-complete. We will negotiate with our draftees. He wants close. So 8.2 is slot. So let's just offer him 8. Fonseca wants slot. We got plenty of money left, so I'm not concerned about that. Tamar Johnson could very well be our opening day second baseman next season, which would be awesome because that's been a position of issue. So, all right. Ow! I just hit my leg on the corner of the table. All right, so we're 8.5 games out of first place, a game and a half out of a wild card. We need a pitcher. We need to add pitching. But the trade block is not looking all that great for starting pitchers right now. We could pick up a Devin Williams. I mean, the Dodgers wouldn't trade him to us. They want Alec Thomas. whose numbers are starting to drop. That is concerning, given that his, well, I guess it's not that big a deal. I mean, we got 4 years left, or 3 years left after this one, and then 2-team option. So if he's really bad, it's really only a 3-year, $45 million deal, which isn't great, but it's not like, not going to make us, it's not going to sink us, I guess. We need to disable the AI promotion for our better prospects here. Yeah, and Fonte, this looks like a steal if that's what he turns into. All right, so I want to call up Garibay, but again, the players that we have up here are hitting. I mean, do we think we're going to get higher than, what is that? Do we think we're going to get higher than an 828 OPS out of Garibay? And that's, I guess, the big question. House isn't really hitting. He's providing some pop, 4 home runs, 7 RBIs, but he's only hitting 200. He's been above average at third, so as long as he does that, I'm fine. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I talked about DFAing Tommy La Stella, but he's putting up a 788 OPS, so why would I DFA him? More walks than strikeouts. I mean, he's performing. Whit Merrifield is performing. Colton Wong is performing. Marcelo Zuna is performing. So, I mean, I still feel like he's the one that we would trade. And then maybe Nick Allen, given that we now have... why am I drawing a blank? Now that we have Tamar Johnson kind of in the wings, so to speak. Bradley Blaylock, no. This is disappointing. I guess I just assumed that there would be more demand for a guy who can get on base at a 350 clip. Apparently, there's just not. I mean, maybe Tyler Mahle is that pick. Maybe he gets a. I mean, let's talk to Oakland about Mahle, and let's. I mean, if they retain. I don't want to give up Guzman and well, no, because we have Nick Allen. So if we give up Guzman, so we can get them to retain 90% of the contract. We give up Yohendrick Pinango. I mean, he's putting up 1.3. I mean, I don't know if this is a great deal. I mean, Mahle 55, 55, 50. Has been bad this year, was bad last year, was bad the year before that. And this isn't a pitcher's park in Oakland. I mean, he's 10-29 in 3 years in Oakland. That's just not good. Oof, this was the number 1 pick a couple years, or last year. And it's great that they'll retain the entirety of the contract, but if he's terrible, how does that help us? It doesn't. So we're going to keep Simmons ahead. Maybe we'll go ahead another week, and we'll see if that changes the trade block at all. So another win out of the All-Star break and the the draft, is a 4-3 victory. We score a run in the 9th. Trevino, a couple hits, couple RBIs. Pinango, 2 hits and a run knocked in. Webb goes 5 2/3. Freeman blows the save, gets the win. Batista has been really good. 0-1 with 4 saves so far. So we're 2 games over 500. Another game at Pittsburgh. An 11-3 victory. We get a trade proposal from the Nationals. Brooks Raley for Rael Santos. I mean, Raley's better, but, I mean, yeah, I'm good. An 11-3 victory. Pinango 4 for 6. Lawler 3 for 4, 2 RBIs. Lujan 3 for 3, 3 runs knocked in. La Stella with his 6th home run. Lujan homers twice. La Stella homers. Balazovic doesn't pitch particularly well, but Lacey gets the win. I mean, La Stella's been so good that I'm thinking about wanting to bring him back, as well as Merrifield. He wants $7 million, so I can't bring Merrifield back, but LaStella's an option. Assuming the ratings stay, he's absolutely an option given what he's provided us this year. All right, final game of the series against Ronzi Contreras is a 4-2 loss in 10 innings. That's not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go here. Final game of the series against Pittsburgh. Would like to take 3 out of 4. Let's get to the end of the San Francisco series, and then we'll reattack the trade deadline, I guess. So we win 2, lose 2, so we split 4 in Pittsburgh. 2-game series at home now against the Royals, a 12-11 loss. It's 3 straight losses. Make it 4 straight losses. Ugh. We are 3.5 out of the wild card now. Yeah. All right. So much for adding. 5 straight losses. Sam Selman and Daniel Montesino for Andy Yerzy and Juan Cornell. No, Montesino's not bad. Tamar Johnson signed his contract. So he will start in Double-A. He will likely be up next season. Yeah, we're going to get to the end of this Giants series, and I have a feeling we're going to end up trading some people here, given that we just lost 5 straight. Andrew Taylor pitched well, 7 shutout innings. Batista gets the save. LaStella with another home run. Brady House down to $1.67. That's not going to get it done. Game 2 against San Francisco. Another win, 4-2. She scored 3 in the 6th. Ozuna and Lawler homer. Ozuna's at 306. We're not going to bring him back, and we may end up either DFAing him or trying to trade him here relatively soon. Rocker goes 5. Freeman gets the win. Thomas up to 263, so the average is climbing. He's up over 100 OPS plus, so he's now slightly above average. But yeah, we've got some light averages in our lineup here. All right, final game of the series against San Francisco. It's a 3-1 win. So a 20-game hitting streak for Alek Thomas was finally broken. But we win again, 3-1. Rodriguez with another decent outing. He struggled here. But he has pitched much, much, much better in July. 4.26 ERA in 4 starts. I'll take it given where he was. Nick Allen homers. LaStella with 2 more hits. Lawler with 2 hits. Asa Lacy pitches really well. All right. And we got the Dodgers coming up. Merrifield wants to come back, but he wants $7 million. I can't. Oh, he only wants 2.6 now. Did his ratings just drop? No. I mean, I feel like LaStella, if we keep LaStella and Merrifield, what would we? So Merrifield would back up at multiple positions. LaStella would back up at first DH. We have Nick Allen, who would back up at second and short. And we can probably, especially if we move Penango, because then we have Garibay as our starting first baseman. We have Kyle Greer backing up in the outfield. I mean, let's see if we can get these guys signed cheap. He wants 1.6. Would you take 1.4? You would. Okay. And what about Merrifield? He wants 2.6. Would you take 2.5? He would. Okay. I mean, those seem like reasonable deals. What is going on here? That's not what I wanted to do. Submit that offer. All right. So Penango is still the piece I think we're looking to move, but I'm sort of calling an audible on what I want in return. Colton Cowser. Picking up another outfielder for an outfielder doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. Kyber Rodriguez is no good. Marlins are offering us Vientos, who's got a little bit of power. Jorge Jimenez, shortstop with a potentially really good eye. Brady Allen, a 25-year-old outfielder, is not a prospect. Christian Encarnacion Strand can't really hit. Misael Deson, no. Alex Mooney, nope. Nope. He's a 2-pitch pitcher. Again, trading an outfielder for an outfielder is a lateral move unless it's a young outfielder that has kind of some additional development available. Eddie Yeen, no. There we go. There's the deal. That, I think, is the deal. And it's with San Diego, which I really didn't want to do, but that is the best deal available. We talked about needing a catcher. This gets us a catcher. He's not really hitting this year in the majors, but we'll start him in AAA next season. One of your pitchers just got the Rookie of the Year and you never realized he was a rookie. Hey, sometimes that works. You get surprised. Can we add anything to this? No times 1,000. Carlos Santiago, Victor Acosta, no. These are all players I've tried to get in the past, and they just keep saying no. But I'll keep asking. I will keep asking. Undina was a good defensive shortstop. Okay, we can pick up Undina, and frankly, he would replace Nick Allen. So we can get Undina in this as well. Yeah, Sir Pug, he got it fixed, I don't know, an hour ago. But you weren't, I don't know if you were here or not, or if you were here and just sort of away from the computer while you were getting drops or whatever. Yeah, he got it fixed a little while ago. All right, I don't want to give up any of those players for Perales. Ruben Salinas. Nah. I don't like making a deal with the Padres, but this feels like the right move. Antonio Gomez and Steven Undina for Yohendrick Pinango. Pinango was a Rule 5 guy. We would just call Greer up to play center field for us. And I really want Jackson Merrill, but they don't want to give him up, which is fine. I understand. Can we get... Is there anything else I even want, or am I just screwing around here at this point? Jose Castillo. No. I think we just pull the trigger here. So we're going to send Yohendrick Pinango to the Padres, give them another outfielder. Not that they need another outfielder. I don't know what they're going to do with him. But we're going to send Pinango to San Diego. 1.7 WAR this year, 350 on-base percentage. Didn't hit a single home run. He's on pace for 40 doubles. I mean, he's a good player. But we're going to get Antonio Gomez in return. Really good defensive catcher. Hopefully the bat comes along enough. He's still just 23 years old, still making the league minimum. And Steven Undina, who is a 23-year-old, very good defensively, will replace Nick Allen as we move forward. So let's make that deal. Make that deal. We will lock down the development for all of these guys. We will move Undina up to AAA. And Gomez will be put on the 40-man. We will stick him in AAA. So our catching situation is in pretty good shape. We've got Gomez and Cuero. So Cuero is going to be the bat, and Gomez is going to be the defense. So our catching situation's in pretty solid shape. We can now call Kyle Greer back up, go back into the lineups. So we're missing a center fielder. Center fielder is going to be Kyle Greer. He's not going to bat leadoff. Who is my leadoff? It's going to be Alec Thomas. Lujan will move up there. Huckstorf will move there. We will do something like that. Ozuna can back up there. Against lefties, same deal. In fact, we can probably just do this. Because Penongo wasn't even playing against lefties. So, all right, we got a lot of players that are tired. Hopefully they can get a day off here. And let's sim ahead another day. 4-0 win. And for those of you who are here that are interested, I don't know if there are, I assume that there are other Out of the Park streams going on at the same time as mine on Sunday nights, but I do this almost every Sunday night starting at around 6 p.m. Just for those of you who are interested. So if you want to come back next Sunday, I'll probably be here next Sunday as well. So we win this game 4-0. Trevino with a home run off Trevor Bauer. Webb picks up his 7th win of the season. And we're back over 500. We got a doubleheader here against the Dodgers. I anticipate us being 500 when this is all done. No, we split. So we win 4-0 and lose 5-4. So in the first game, Merrifield with a couple of hits. Wrong. We lose 5-4 and win 4-2. So we lose this one in 11. Balazovic pitches okay. Kimbrel is on his way out. We may have to make a move there, I think. Same thing with Ramsey David. This has just been a lost season for him as well. Asa Lacy gets the loss, but then we come back in game 2 and win 4-2. Lujan a couple of hits. Merrifield a couple of hits. Yerzy with a home run. Brady House down to $154. And he's good defensively. I'm hoping he hits enough. Taylor goes 3 before leaving with an injury. Let's get through this Dodgers series. See if we can take 3 out of 5 against the Dodgers. Nope. So we're 2-2. Let's see if we can win the series. That would be wonderful. Nope. We lose that one. So we re-signed Tommy La Stella. We got him for nothing in the offseason, and he's been really, really good. An 843 OPS, and we signed him to a $1.4 million extension for next season. All right, so we are a 500 team. We're 9 games out of first place. We're 2 games out of a wild card. We're still in this, guys. We are absolutely 100% still in this. Trade block. I gotta end soon, though. I am getting tired. I have a headache. I gotta work tomorrow. There's just nothing here from a starting pitcher perspective that would be significantly better than what we're throwing out there every night. I mean, maybe we can get Molly for like nothing. I know we talked about that a little while ago, but like if we get them to retain 75%. And we have the money, so I mean, retaining this year is not really a huge deal. Let's just get this to a point where they want like nothing in return. Yeah, they keep. This hasn't changed at all. All right, so what if we go down to 20%? Still nothing. 10%. Okay, well, I'm not giving them anything of substance for Tyler Mahle, who has been 63 ERA plus, .2 WAR. Unless they are not in English, you're only competing against one. I don't know what that means, Merton. Sorry, my friend. I kind of feel like making... I want to make this deal. I want to make this work, but I don't want to give up. And we are starting to build up a pretty solid stable of prospects here. So I'm willing to make a move, but not for anything substantial. I mean, Corniel. I mean, I'm willing to trade pieces that I don't really have any need for. Junior Franco. So Theo likes that deal. I want to trade Lausch. So let's just submit the offer and see what sort of answer we get on the next day. So let's sim here against Colorado. You only see one other. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I didn't realize what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's. I think there are other streams that go on Sunday nights sometimes. because I usually don't have more than 10 or 12 people in my stream, and it's usually the same 10 or 12 people. And what's funny tonight is that I've got 65 in here right now, and it's none of my regulars. So it's kind of weird. It's fine, but it's just kind of weird. So we win this game 9-7. Brady House with a 3-run homer. Webb gets the win. Bullpen is kind of iffy. And they came back with almost. So Gage Harrelson, Araujo, no. Well, maybe. I'd give you Gabriel Araujo. Fonte, Blanco, Allen, Siegler, Jones, Lewis, Vukovic. Let's talk about Araujo. All right, let's do that. Let's Molly and 1.4 for some prospects that I'm not super interested in. It's the 20. Yeah, I know it is. I know that's why there are more people here than there usually are, but it's just funny that the people that are usually here are not here tonight. It's weird. Like I said, I usually have the same like 8 to 10 people in every single one of my streams. So it's just weird that we have more people here tonight. And again, I understand why. It's just, yeah. So we lose Asa Lacy for a while. That's no good. Who do we want to call up? Bukowskis, I guess. I mean, he's pitched pretty well in AA or in AAA this year. Put him in that long relief role. And did we get an answer from... They're still almost... Okay, can we get this done with Cyprian? Can I give you Cyprian and can we just call this a deal? Call this a day, please? You want to get rid of him. I want to take him off your hands. Thank you. All right, so Tyler Mahle and $1.4 million for 5 prospects that I don't really think are going to make it. Juan Corniel, who's like 6th on our shortstop depth chart. Araujo has got some pop, but he's 20 years old in rookie ball. And then 3 average to below average players. Perfect. Let's get Tyler Mahle in there, and let's figure out our pitching staff. Yeah, absolutely. No, you're 100% right, Pug. Absolutely, no doubt. Whatever attracts people to the channel is a good thing. 100%, yes. We're going to send Ramsey David down, and we're going to call Mahle up. So, yeah, this is absolutely more people than I've ever had in here. I think we peaked at like 80 or 90. Absolutely more than I've ever had in here. So, yeah, it's great. I'm having a good time tonight. I'm getting tired. So it's good that the month is ending because I gotta finish up here shortly and get ready for work tomorrow. But all right, so an 8-3 win over Colorado. So we take 2 out of 3 against the Rockies. We come from behind. We were down 2-1 in the 5th. Scored 7 runs in the last 3 innings. I don't like Lawler batting 3rd. Is that against a lefty? Is that what's going on there? Yeah, Rollison's a lefty. So Ozuna homers and Lawler homers. Ozuna's been a sneaky pickup for us against lefties. 296, 337, 580. Bukowskis gets the start, goes 5. Doval pitches 2 1/3. We're 2 games out of the wild card. I want to see if we can add to the bullpen. So, Jake Cousins. I've called games with Jake Cousins in it. He used to pitch back here in 2020, pitched for the Chicago Dogs. You can see I don't know, can you see the sweatshirt I have on? Does it come up here? Yeah, I think it probably does. I am I guess you could consider me the backup play-by-play broadcaster for the Chicago Dogs. I call the games when the regular guy is unable to. And back during the COVID season, Jake pitched for the Dogs. So I was able to call some games with him in it. So, yeah, anyway. And he's pretty damn good. Extreme ground ball pitcher. Arbitration eligible. I like that. What did the Dodgers want for Cousins? Ramsey David or Diome Drew? Yeah, sure. Absolutely. And they also wanted to trade... I mean, do you want to give me Gratterall too? I mean, yeah. And then they also wanted to trade Devin Williams. Okay, so that's the limit. So Jake Cousins and Brusdar Graterol for Ramsey David and Diomedes Sierra. Yeah, 100% yes. 100% yes. I don't like making deals within my division, but in that situation, it feels like a no-brainer. So, Balazovic, I guess, can go to AAA, and Bukauskas can go to AAA, and we can get Cousins and Graterol, and we immediately make our bullpen 1,000 times better. Though, awesome. So, middle relief, use more often for Graterol, and we'll go long relief and middle relief here. Holloway will be, immediately we make our pitching staff better. So Kimbrel's going to be avoid high leverage. That's huge. That was just a great deal, I think, for us. I think we're not going, I think that's it for deals. We got 3 against the Cubs leading into the deadline. We'll look at the stats and we will call it a night. So let's see how this series goes. 11-9 loss in 14. Bonin gets the loss. Holloway gives up 3 runs. Graterol gives up a run. Molly gives up 5 and 5 and a third in his debut. Game 2 against the Cubs. It's thinking. An 8-0 win. So Whit Merrifield signed a contract with us. Whit was making 1.5 this year. He's hitting 311, 342, 498, 839 OPS, good for a 129 OPS plus. His contract is for $2.25 million, gives us some flexibility. Kimbrel wants to re-up. I don't want to re-up with him. So we win this game 8-0. We score 7 in the 8th. Merrifield 2 for 5, 3 RBIs. Trevino with a couple RBIs. Brady House average sitting at $1.62 is not going to get it done. Taylor, Graterol, and Holloway. And where are we? So we still got fans coming in, 29,000, almost 30,000 fans a game. From a salary perspective, we're fine. I'm hoping we get a fan interest bump and an increase in budget depending on how the rest of the season goes. When you make the playoffs, that's going to go a long way into helping us. We're a game out of the wild card right now. Let us sim the final game of the month against the Cubs. See if we end up over 500 coming out of July. We are 57 and 56 right here on July 31st. And we lose 4-2. All right, so we're going to come into August at 500. So Gomez is actually not quite as good as we thought, but that's fine. Still very good defensively. Royce Lewis is dropped. It's fine. Took a shot with him. Alec Thomas got a little worse. Lujan's speed got a little worse, but the contact is improving. Gap power, home run is all getting better. He's on pace for 5.5 WAR. I'm glad I didn't trade him. Tony Blanco is up to 3.5 star. Average is up a bit. He's starting to hit a little. Kevin Santos, who's that? I don't know, but he just got better. Kyle Greer is day-to-day. AL hitter of the month. Wander Franco. Acuna in the NL. Garrett Cole, pitcher of the month in the AL. Manuel Espinoza, your NL pitcher of the month. DeCenzo wins the rookie of the month in the AL again. Chris Cease is your pitcher of the month in the NL. And Garibay is the hitter of the month in AAA. Yeah, he doesn't need to be in AAA anymore. I need to get him up, but what do I do? What do I do with him? Because if I call him up, he's going to start at first base against righties, which I guess is fine. Merrifield's hitting really well, but I guess the question is, do we think Garibay is going to put up better than an 846 OPS? And I think that's questionable right now. I think we ride the Whit Merrifield train as long as we possibly can. I think Colton Wong can probably get that DFA here, and we can call up Garibay. I think at this point, it's probably safe. Probably look to move Vukovic in the offseason. Ooh, Calderon got better too. Oh, they made him a reliever. All right, so if we go back to the lineup, so Garibay against righties, he needs to be in there. He needs to be in there pretty much every day. Allen will be our backup second baseman. Merrifield doesn't really have the arm for third, but he will back up there, and he will back up here. He'll get a couple of starts a week. Start him every fourth game and every fifth game. Our backup third baseman will be La Stella. And then we stay this way against lefties. We will have Garibay bat, I don't know, like once every fifth day against lefties. And then Merrifield backs up there. All right. So statistics, just a quick run through of our stats. We got Julio Lujan leading the way, 3.7 WAR, 185 OPS plus, almost an 1100 OPS for the second-year outfielder. Whit Merrifield has been fantastic. Alec Thomas finally starting to hit that OPS is at 97, OPS plus at 714, good for 1.3 WAR. Contact dropped a little, which is concerning, but we'll keep an eye on that. Trevino, it's mostly his defense, but he's been solid behind the plate for us now for a couple of years, so absolutely no complaints there. La Stella's been unbelievable for us, 285, 368, 440, and 809 OPS out of the 36-year-old La Stella. Greer, most of his is defense. He's not really hitting, but he's a very good defensive outfielder. Huckstorf is really the only other power bat in our lineup, 23 home runs, 66 knocked in, on pace for 33 home runs. Ozuna's been really good against lefties. 16 for 55, a 10-12 OPS against lefties. Garibay is going to get his shot here. Lawler's not really, and then we get into the bad, Lawler, Allen, and House. So we need, Lawler and House need to start hitting. They need to, especially Jordan Lawler. We need that bat in the lineup. He needs to be better. And then Brady House is still young, so we're giving him, we're just throwing him out there and letting him do here. 6 home runs in his first 35 games, but 57 OPS plus isn't going to cut it. From the pitching side of things, Logan Webb having his best season for us. We just signed him to a contract extension, which is great. 8-5. Andrew Taylor having a really nice first season. His movement's up to a 60. That's awesome. Having a really nice rookie campaign. Camilo Doval continues to pitch well for us in a setup/stopper middle relief role. Kumar Rocker, that ERA is at 3.79. His control is up to a 45, so I knew that there was more in there. He just got rushed to the majors by Colorado, so he's having his best season. Chris Rodriguez has gotten a whole lot better. That ERA was at 10.5 through June. You can see July, 5 starts, 3.38 ERA. Was really, really good in June. We need him to come along. Holloway's been good. Caleb Freeman's been good. Tyler Molly's only gotten 1 start. We'll see how he goes. And then, we rebuilt our bullpen here, adding Gratterall, Batista, and Cousins. So I am excited to see how that goes down the stretch. So speaking of down the stretch, we're a game and a half out of the wild card. So what I will do, like what I normally do, is I will sim ahead. And next episode will either be sometime in September if we are in the pennant race. If we are not in the pennant race, I will sim through to the end of the season. But guys, that is going to do it. We are right at the 3-hour mark. I appreciate all of you who came in and hung out for the night, even if it was for your drops. Thanks for coming in. Like I said, I will be back probably next Sunday at about 6 p.m. like I normally do, unless my wife needs me to do something. Once more, that is my channel. You won't get any drops over there because it's YouTube, but if you like watching Out of the Park content, head over to my channel, Around the World Sports. Drop me a follow over there. Guys, I appreciate it. I had a good time tonight. I'll talk to everybody soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.